set to get underway here in about 16 minutes. We're going to test right here. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2. Roberts?
Test 1, 2, test 1, 2. Dicus, are you excited for tonight?
I am, and you're coming great through my headset. I hope everybody at home can hear me. We're low. We'll see what we can do about that. It's getting a little bit louder. I can hear it.
I'm going to let Miss Allen mess with this a little bit.
Gonna keep on talking, yeah.
But, all right.
We'll see what that is all about. Hopefully we can get this all squared away here in the next little bit so we can bring this entertaining matchup between the Cannon County Lions and the White County Warriors to you. Sam Roberts, what are you looking for in tonight's matchup?
I'm looking for a really hot start from the Warriors tonight. I'm hoping they kind of come out guns a-blazing and kind of go ahead and put this game to rest. You know, they already lost once Saturday. You know, that's kind of hard
fresh
to
on their
face.
mind, yeah.
So, I mean, they really need a confidence booster here, being still so early in the season.
You know, sitting at 2-1, they didn't get their first loss until the calendar flipped last year. And obviously, with the way that last year played out, this year is going to be put up against last year. in County, as we're about to do the presentation of colors. Sam Roberts is on his way, bailing me out with a low blood sugar here. So right now we're going to stand for the national anthem, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere yet, folks. Well, after that, Sam Roberts, I'm going to tell you right now, I missed the White County High School Warrior Marching Band, as no doubt that was a beautiful rendition over the loudspeakers, but nothing quite like hearing the Warrior faithful, as here we are about to announce the starting fives for each of the respective teams tonight. Number 15, Abby Alexander. Number 20, Abilene Teeter. 22, Addie King. It's number 23, Jalen Taylor. And number 44, Liv Prater. Your starting five for Cannon County. And now the event that we've been waiting for, starting five for your White County Warriorettes. So they're showing video here put on by Warrior Media, as this really is the tip-off to the season. That was great. The tip-off to the season after that in-school basketball game. Now everybody can get in on the fun, Sam.
Right. It just feels so empty without the band here, Doc.
Yeah, I miss them already. So here come these starting five for the White County Warriorettes. Starting off with the Tribeca commute, number 3, Ava Jones. Good toss into the student sections from her. Here comes number 5, Bella Winningham. Expecting a big night for her, Sam.
Me too, Docus.
Here comes Ashlyn Selby, the forward, as she's looked good so far, stepping into Celeste Reed's role. Here comes number 13, Gracie Clark, the glue of this team. As let's see if she can't get a shirt over here. No, giving it to her family. Number 14, Lakeland Gratzy, gonna round out the starting five. Takes an unorthodox route, and with all the pleasantries out of the way, it's time to play some White County basketball. As you alluded to earlier, Sam, the Roy, not as packed as usual without that White County band, but I'm sure people are caught in traffic or grabbing something to eat, as this boys game figures to be a pretty competitive one. I'm sure people are going to want to get in on that action.
Definitely, Doc, is 100%, especially with the Warriors being half injured, you know.
Yeah, as the Warriorettes win the tip, they split 2 on Saturday up in Knoxville, lost Farragut and smashed William Blunt. Let's see how they respond against Coach Dodgen's former team. Starting off with a true north three-pointer from Ashlyn Selby, a quick release, pretty deep shot. Glad to see she can hit it, and she's got confidence in it. As Cannon County breaks the press, gets it in. Good find there, rattles out. Jump ball. Gonna say Lionettes basketball.
Cannon County broke that press very easily there, Dawkins. That might be something Dodgins wants to look into from the start.
Yeah, I'm sure they're really accustomed to his coaching style. He was at Cannon County for a couple of years, a long time, before moving here in 2015. Good behind the back dribble. Oh, that's a walk. Good call there. Ray Charles could have seen that one. As you don't want to commit too many turnovers against this Warriorettes offense. Isn't that right, Sam?
That's 100% correct, Dawkins. We make our points due after almost every turnover.
Here comes Clark fighting around the screen. She's got the lane, stops, gets it to Selby. Looked like it was tipped. Great find there from Clark to save that ball from going out of bounds, and they're going to start over again. Gratzky at the top of the key, calling for a screen. Going to use it. Searching, probing the defense, spin move, floater up and good. Tough shot from Gratzky.
Incredible shot, Dawkins. Fading away like that to your other shoulder is
it's a specialty shot. I mean, that's one that you've got to have confidence in before you put up.
Oh, 100%.
I'm sure that's something she has practiced in the gym alone 1,000 times. As here comes a great press defense from Clark. 8-second violation. My goodness, that was some tenacious one-on-one defense from Gracie Clark.
It was, Dawkins. 15 seems like a very confident ball handler, but she was getting a little messed up.
Yeah,
there.
she was all out of sorts from that constant pressure from Clark. Got Ava Jones down at the wing, getting it to Ashlyn Selby. Good poke out of bounds. Gratzky thought it tipped off of the Cannon County player. Ref didn't see it the same way.
I don't know how he saw it from his angle, but.
As you can tell, they're trying to get that ball in the 15's hands. Great pass there. Pretty rainbow. Sidestep, rattles in. And that was one of the easier jobs you're going to see breaking this White County Warriorettes press. Bella Winningham not shooting that three as I thought she would. Lobbing it into Ava Jones. What a find from Selby, keeping it high. And what kind of advantage is it to have somebody that tall down low, Sam?
It's huge, Dawkins, because, I mean, you can kind of just throw it up there and they'll just grab it, you know? I mean, there's no other way to put it.
To have 4 such quick defenders you saw there, 3 girls rounding the ball and getting the foul on number 15, that is the junior Abby Alexander. This press, it's tough to break, as a lot of teams struggle with it early on, and the Warriorettes can cruise. Good dump down find there. Selby, good crossover, getting into the lane, trying to draw some contact, and no call. Warriorette basketball.
I like how she went to her left there, Dawkins. You know, we didn't really see much of that last year. You can really tell she put in some work during the offseason.
Hey, boy, get out of my way. Jack Dykus. And Gracie Clark saw a white jersey on the bench, threw it there. Warm-up's getting to her right there. Looked like it might have been knocked out. Looked to me like she just threw it completely out of bounds. But she's going to get the inbounds play drawn up to her. Beautiful spin move. Tough shot. 2 points there from Clark. As they make their money with some easy layups off this press, but also off some tough shots there. Ooh, late call. Very late call.
Dawkins, I'm very impressed with Cannon County's ability to break this press. I mean, it is wonderful. Their passing is so quick. You can tell they've really worked on this during their practices.
As it's a telltale sign of this Warriorettes defense. It's what they're going to do going into any matchup against them. It's the same press they run every week. It's just such a good one, and with the right personnel that really you just have to got to find your matchups, find your weaknesses in it. And you can tell Cannon County is a great passing team early on, as here comes Gratzy around a too-high fence post screen, throwing a double at Ava Jones, as I'm sure with a lack of size down low, they're going to try that all night. Great ball handling there from Teeter. Gets it back, and one-woman wrecking crew ducking is Lakeland Gratzy, rolling out of bounds. Warrior at basketball. Very odd play, as Abby Alexander seems to be limping a little bit. Hope she's okay. Been impressed with her game so far. And with 4.5 to go, the Warriorettes on the Ryan Claus Farm Bureau score report leading by 5. Gratzy spinning into the lane, trying to find somebody. They get it to Selby, lines up for another True North three-pointer. Down and in. Selby with a quick 6 of 12 points. 2 of 2 from downtown. And here comes another great press break. But a poor shot. Gratzy gonna push the pace, get it to Winningham. Missed the extra pass to Clark. Clark gonna get it spinning, no. Timeout Cannon County, as we'll take this time, ask you if you're sitting on what you think is extremely valuable land, but do you know what it's actually worth? We'll call 931-808-6422 to get hold of Matt Elrod at Whitetail Properties Real Estate for assistance in the land valuation and selling process today. That's my only advice. What's your advice for Cannon County after they break that press, how to finish?
Once you get kind of towards the end, they need another cutter going to the basket. You know, Dacus, they kind of just have a one.
Trying to trap, easy press break there. They have a lot of confidence going right over the top of these Warriorettes. That's a double dribble. And it does you no good to break the press if you're going to give them the ball on your end.
That's what I'm saying, Dacus. I mean, they are killing it breaking this press, but they can just not – they don't have a sturdy offense.
And you can tell that obviously they are keyed in to break this press, but obviously a lot to work out early in the year. Beautiful play design there. Give and go between Selby and Clark. That's going to be 2 points every single time if they run it like that.
Perfect execution.
Another press break, but out of bounds. More sloppiness as soon as they get past that S. As I know at least one person lost this there. It is 16-6 on the Ryan Qualls Farm Bureau score report with 2 minutes to go here. Good pass. Gonna hand it off. A little round the world action. Great pump fake. Gonna get it to Clark. Selby to Jones. Lining up for three. Rattled out. Scram for the ball. And Warriorettes basketball. Gratzy out of bounds. Looking. Getting it into Ava. Poor pass there. Somehow makes it work. Gets it to Selby at the volleyball line. Gonna take it herself. No. Dump down to Winningham. Floater is good. Selby looking like a great passer so far to this season, an even better rebounder. Easy press break again. 3 ball on the way. No. Going up with it. Man, you're going to have to hit those layups. 18-6 lead for the Warriorettes. Passing to Clark. Going to drive in, get it to Gratzy for 3. It's good. True North three-pointer goes down for number 14. Just like that, the Warriorettes have a 15-point lead in the blink of an eye. Pretty rainbow pass there. Teeter going in, challenged and blocked by Jones. Swatted out of her hands by Bella Winningham. Great job there as Winningham going to sub out. So will Jones. In comes Kenny Sullivan, Kenny Billings, and Kyra Fox. Going with that 2-point guard look with Fox and Gratzy. Gets it out to number 1. That is Addison Estes. She's a freshman. Gets to the corner. Beautiful pass. Can't handle it. Down low, wide open. Mitch Matt. Why are they passing out of so many opportunities? All for an air ball. Selby pushing it ahead to Clark. Clark, Euros, gets the home team roll. Man, these Warriorettes can really execute.
Yes, they can, Doc. That's what they did great all last season. You can't expect less of them.
Looks like a walk to me and to the referee. Going to sub in for Cannon County. In comes number 44, Liv Prater, and that's number 24, Miley Schwartz. Gratzy bringing the ball down with 15 seconds left. We'll see. I'm sure they're holding out for one shot left, up 23-6. Clark passing out to Gratzy. Floater, tough shot, good. And your Ryan Qualls Farm Bureau score report reads 25-6 in favor of the Warriorettes after one quarter. Great quarter of basketball from them. A lot to clean up on Cannon County's side. As speaking of Ryan Qualls and Farm Bureau, going to tell you a little bit about them. White County Farm Bureau was recently voted Best of the Best for both Best Insurance Company and Best Customer Service Representative. They are here when you need them the most. Stop by and get a quote today at 141 Churchill Drive. Give them a call at 931-836-3171. They want to tell you, go Warriors. As I know this is a little wrinkle into your life now, Roberts. What are you seeing from this Cannon County cheer squad?
Let me watch a little more right here, Dacus. You know, they're doing actually pretty good. You know, they're synchronized. You know, it's very hard to have great synchronization whenever you got.
Oh no, spoke too soon.
I spoke way too soon. She just got.
Girl is
tripped
down.
on her
She
face.
seems fine, but quite embarrassed. Looks like she's
going
to go hide in a corner for the rest of the game.
She just took that teammate grade all the way down from an A to a C.
You know, probably nobody would have noticed if we weren't talking about it, but we really drew attention to them. Man, that's just unfortunate. As I wonder what that conversation in the corner between Tyler Meadows and Coach Mitchell's like.
Oh,
just two students of the game going back and forth.
Students is a strong word. Maybe student and just Tyler Meadows, but.
Well, he might need to go over there and show Cannon County how to run a half-court offense. Number 22, Addie King, gets it in, gets it back here as they have gotten a lot of wide-open looks, but they look a little gun-shy. It's a younger team, it seems, inexperienced, as going to get it into That's Teeter. Teeter probing, step back, no. Off of Sullivan, fighting with it. That'll be Warriorettes basketball. That's good rebounding, as I know that's been a key point in what they need to do better. And also name a pretty good documentary that you should check out. It's currently sitting at 1.4 thousand views. Let's get that number up a little bit. Here comes Gretzy, getting into Clark, back to Gretzy, into Jones, to Clark. Fox gets it to Gretzy. Sullivan on the wing. Jones, great find. Kennedy Billings, three-pointer. Banked in. True North three-pointer. And one of the oddest fashions you'll ever see. Great job getting back as Fox. And a little handsy was Gratzy. That's a foul every time.
It is. Doc, as this Cannon County team is, individually, they seem like great players, but it's like they cannot click together.
No, it looks like a roster and not a team.
Right.
Here comes Addie King trying to find something, as they're either too passive or not passive enough. They can't find that right balance between ISO ball and 6 pass 4 shot. Good dump down there. There you go. I think that they're going to have to attack the paint, which is hard to do against Ava Jones, but it seems to be the only thing working. Billings not going to take a heat check. Here comes Fox. Gets it to the corner to Jones. Squared away. No. Had no idea that the ball was there, but here comes Cannon County on offense, trying to push that pace. You got to take that shot, especially down 20 points. Number 15, Abby Alexander setting it up. Good long pass there. They get a lot of loft under the ball. That was a good cut, but not rewarded. Good shot, though, from Alexander. Here comes Gratzy. Getting it over to Fox. Sets for three. No good. Scrambled for it. Tapped out to Kennedy Billings. Fox, spin move. Scoop layup is good. You don't see her take a lot of shots like that, but she's a good bucket getter when she needs to be. Great play from Fox. Bumped. Great board from Jones, and way to not foul. That's somewhere where she needs to improve, and you see it there. Gretzy, no, too strong. Wrestled. Get a little handsy down there between Teeter and Jones. But Alexander going to set up the offense. Down 20 points, under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Looking. Dribbles right around Billings and one. Good shot. Drew the contact with a chance for 3 points the hard way. As Abby Alexander has shown that she can take some tough shots, the junior. Do you think that she needs to be a little bit more aggressive, especially with how deep they're in a hole with not too many people shooting well?
100%, Dacus. I see a little bit not enough of her, to be honest with you, compared to how the rest of her team is playing right now. And I feel like she's the best ball handler on their team, and I feel like she's the best shot maker on their team. So right now, offensively, I'd be letting her get the ball and see what she can do.
If I'm the Warriorettes, I'm going to try and take away passing lanes, as they show that they want to pass the ball, but when they can't, that the offense stalls. Jones can't get that one in. Great interior defense by Addie King. So you can tell that they're just trying to annoy Ava, just really toy with her. Whenever you don't have a size advantage like Cannon County, how do you defend against somebody as big as Ava Jones is comparatively?
You got to play really aggressive, Dacus. I mean, you got to show her, like, hey, I might be smaller than you, but I'm not going to let you just bully me all day. You know, you got to really stand your ground. Maybe throw a little slide of elbow here and there, you know, let them know, like, hey, I'm here.
As another poor job rebounding. Coach Dodgen's been all over them about offensive rebounding. Addie King getting frustrated. There was no screen set for her. Cannon County all out of sorts. Moving screen. That's going to go against Number 20, Ablin Teeter. Excuse me, that was number 23, Jalen Taylor. All these names kind of run together. Here comes Fox around the screen. What do we got here? Foul on Selby for the same thing, back-to-back moving screen violations. Going deep into the referee call book here as that's a foul. That's very obviously a foul. You can go up and try and contest that pass, but you're going to have to box her out for it more than just go up and try and wrestle it away from her, I think, as
100%.
that's just a really easy call to make. Abby Alexander bringing it down, getting it over to Teeter, passing it out, trying to drive it, passing Alexander, calling out the plays, almost stepped over the half-court line. Got somebody in the corner there. She's going up. Man, $1 million move, 10-cent finish. They get Kyra Fox on a foul.
Yeah, that was a beautiful move, Dacus.
It was.
She was so open. Maybe she just shocked herself and kind of rimmed that one out.
I mean, it was a tough shot, and I'm sure she had Ava Jones in the back of her mind. But down 30-13 on the Ryan Claus Farm Bureau score report. Abby Alexander with 3:14 to go here, able to chew into it, misses the front end. Waiting on the second one here. It's up. Good. Here comes Fox with nursing a 16-point lead with 3:10 to go here on the Ryan Claus Farm Bureau score report. Goes around a screen, gets it to Selby. Great job defending the cutter. Three ball on the way, no good. Selby gonna have to be a little careful right there. Warriorettes doing a great job of getting back on defense, not giving any kind of advantage to Cannon County. Great job of ball denial, knowing that number 44, Liv Prater, doesn't like to dribble. Ugly shot. Gonna stay Cannon County ball though, as the starting five's back out there. And, you know, it's a 16-point lead, but you feel like it should be more. Let's see if they can't tack on some scoring here at before halftime. Good drive. Poor finish. Another offensive rebound given up. Selby getting the board. Here comes Ava Jones bringing the ball down. Great job from Alexander, not let her get an outlet pass in. But a beautiful spin move. A no call. Looked like she got hit in the face there. Bringing the ball down. Great job poking it out, and that's a turnover. Selby playing some great defense there, Roberts. What have you seen from her defensively so far?
Confidence, Dacus. She's playing really aggressive, too. I think that's the main thing. You know, she's not really afraid to get in there, which is kind of a worrying thing sometimes, but that's the best thing you can have on defense.
Well, this refereeing a walk, Gratzy's been liable to do that on a cut move like that. She's drugged that back foot, and Dodge and telling her you did. Yeah, with the way that the referees are calling it, letting them have a little room to play, getting a little handsy there, contesting shots, reaching in. I like that from Selby, but there are some more stickler rule followers refereeing-wise that she'll foul out in the third quarter. She's not careful, as Cannon County looking for some kind of answer, down 30-14 here with 1:38 to go. Not on the same page at all. Alexander getting it in. Good crossover there. Dump down pass. Blocked. And a sweet-looking shot from Addie King. I mean, Ava the Eraser Jones. She erases shots with the best of them. Another great shot block from her, as you can't be too confident in your jump shot when she's around. Selby trying to make it 3 for 3. Oh, lid on the rim. 1:02 to go here. King gonna keep it. Just a whole lot of motion, but not a lot moving. Getting it to Alexander. driving in. Good crossover. Ooh, good move there. Get Gracie with the foul.
Yeah, Dacus, it seems this team they just kind of settle with shots instead of finding a good one. You know, they just see the rim, they're like, it's open enough.
Yeah.
Let's let this baby fly.
And it's in the high school game, or really any game, it's hard to strike that balance. But you can tell that Cannon County doesn't have it, whether that's between passing, shooting, anything. Missing there. Selby bringing the ball up herself. Cuts through the lane. Foul called. Man, maybe another half second would have been a great jump ball call. Trying to figure out who's going to inbound it. If you're looking to sell land, trying to figure out who's going to help you sell it, Matt Elrod at Whitetail Real Estate. Call 931-808-6422 to get a hold of Matt Elrod and Whitetail Properties Real Estate. Best in the business for a reason, Roberts.
Of course.
No question about it, as Selby going to get 2 free throws here. First one, good. She's got kind of an unorthodox shot.
Yeah.
Really pushes it, but you know what? It works for her.
Yeah, not a lot of flick.
Rims out there. Ava Jones got boxed out by a much smaller defender. Looked like she just thought that one was going to go in. Because I'm sure she could have got a putback if she would have been in the right position there. Just more rebounding woes. Great drive. Good kick out to Taylor. Open 3. Man, they're going to have to hit the easy ones. It's going to stay Cannon County ball. They're going to get another shot at it. With 12 seconds even to play on the Ryan Qualls Farm Bureau score report. They're down 31-16. Going to get it out right there. Walk. Another great call. Another great call is whenever you dial 931-836-3171 to get a hold of Farm Bureau. They're proud to be your hometown insurance agency. Thank you to Farm Bureau for sponsoring tonight's game. Going up. Ooh, thought that one was going to spin in, but 2 more free throws for Selby. She's shown that she's very aggressive, taking it to the rack. As 2 seconds until halftime, 2 seconds until Jason Crockett, English teacher here at White County High School, join us for halftime. I'm looking forward to that one. We both had him in class, one of our favorites.
100%, Dacus. He's a great teacher. Great teacher.
And missed them both. Somehow gets away with a foul, and we're going to head to halftime. Ryan Qualls Farm Bureau score report reading 31-16 Warriorettes. And after this break, we'll see you. Don't go anywhere. Mr. Crockett about to join us.
Basketball experience. Dude.
Joining me right here, English teacher, Mr. Jason Crockett. Mr. Crockett, how has your day been?
It's actually been a really great day. You know, we're halfway to Thanksgiving and working the first basketball game of the season. And I don't know, man, it's always a hallmark time of year for me. I love it.
Good deal. Well, it might be more of an unorthodox guest. I know that you have no ties to White County basketball really whatsoever. Right. Your daughter is a cheerleader. Can you kind of just tell me what that was like to get to watch her cheer throughout this really historic football season?
Yeah, absolutely. I come from a background of no basketball and no cheerleading, by the way. But then when your daughter says she wants to cheer for your high school, when she says she wants to attend the high school that has become your home, it really hits a special place in your heart. And then getting to watch her every game when they start off the game in the stands, on the field, all of it, it just really, it gets you. There was also when they had the alumni come back and cheer, and she's right there next to generations of people that you know personally. It really means something to you.
Well, it's really a huge community. Once a cheerleader, always a cheerleader. I really like that they do that for homecoming and stuff. But you were talking about just sitting down roots here at White County High School. What year is this for you?
This will be my 18th year. By the end of it, the 18th year, I started in fall of '07.
Wow. So that's you've been here as long as I've been alive.
Wow, that adds mileage.
Yeah,
that really
I mean, your tenure here could vote.
That's true. That's true.
Throughout it all, why do you keep coming back? What's so special about White County High School?
100%. It's you guys. It really is. I can joke and say it's things like summer vacation. I can say that it's the content, but 100% it's you guys. If they took students like you all away from it, I would absolutely have to find a new job. I mean, you're the reason why we come here. I've told students before, I spend more of my work day with the students here at White County High School than I often do with my own kids. And so whatever we do here absolutely has to matter. And you all do.
Well, I'm just going to be honest. Your class is unlike any class that people get to take, and I'm just so appreciative
Thank
of
you.
you. Why is your class different? Do you think that's just kind of indicative of who you are as a person, that your class kind of mirrors your personality?
I hope so. I think everybody brings their own specialty to the classroom. No experience is going to be like others. And I've always wanted to avoid being, I had teachers in high school that was the worksheet class. And you did nothing but, here's your notes, here's your worksheet, do it and get through it. And what do you really remember from that? Nothing. But I also remember great teachers who made it a vivid learning experience. And even on days when it wasn't about the content, you were still learning lessons that mattered outside the classroom. So probably just, the experience and the personality that we bring to it.
Well, ever since I was in middle school, I'd hear older kids talk about Mr. Crockett's class and his honors class, and just really how well you interact with students and how fun the class was, and that I'd be insane not to take it. And I tell everybody that. They're like, oh, Mr. Crockett, he's in the hallway, he's got a grimace on his face, he doesn't look like he wants to be here. That's not true. It's just hall duty. Don't judge him off that. But absolutely, your class, can you just go through and kind of tell people what you kind of bring to the table with your honors classes? Because I've got so many fun experiences and memories from that.
Well, thank you. That's really high praise coming from such an excellent Hallmark student yourself.
Thank you.
I think that I want my honors class to always start off with something that unifies us, like a summer read. It's nothing super difficult, but it brings us together as a cohort and becomes something that we bond with over the years. I've always, for the last 12 years now, I think, like to separate my classes into 4 competitive teams, and we base that off the Harry Potter houses. But really, it's just about camaraderie and competition. And if you're going to have an honors class, you really want to do more than just, here's extra work, extra novels, extra essays. That's not what an honors class should be. The honors class should be able to be an experience where we do more hands-on things, more lively things, that you can do things in a fun way that you can't afford to do in a regular level classroom. So that's what I want to try to encourage more and more of throughout the year.
Well, some of my favorite, just the highlights, I'm going to hit them right here. I know I've told you this before, but Julius Caesar, the lesson that you do on Julius Caesar, if anybody's going to be a sophomore anytime soon, take Mr. Crockett's English class for nothing except running for consul. I was a consul major every time we did it. I got to vote on the agenda every day. We got 2 vetoes. We went outside and read Shakespeare at the outside over there by the softball field. Trying to think what else we did. You dressed up in a toga.
Oh,
you
yeah.
would play the role of Caesar. We read Antigone and you were Creon. Just a lot of other things that you don't get. You really get into the reading. What are some of your favorite things to teach to read?
Oh, wow. You bring up Julius Caesar. I mean, I loved Julius Caesar when I was in high school because I just liked Roman things, right? Every guy has his Roman Empire.
Roman
that
Empire.
You think about. And so when I got to be a high school teacher, I knew I wanted to bring that. But I also always loved getting to teach To Kill a Mockingbird. It was a novel that was part of my growing up experience. And we don't get to have that anymore. We've moved it to middle school, so now I have an opportunity to branch out into other things like 1984 with my seniors, or getting to do The Great Gatsby, which is a novel that I thought I hated before I started being a teacher. And then my mentor, the legend herself, Gail Adcock, shout out, she made me read the book, she taught me the book, and she made me a better teacher of it. And so over and over every year, I've gotten to where that's become a more and more important novel to my classroom.
I'm glad you brought up Miss Adcock. Both my parents had her. Both my parents loved her. She is, an absolute hallmark of education in this county. I'm glad you brought up Great Gatsby, too, because that's probably my favorite read I've ever had in a class. I love The Great Gatsby, and I love 1984 right now. I've really gotten into it, and I had a little bit of prior knowledge coming into it, just movie. I've seen bits about it. I'm glad that we picked it over Dracula. I'm not sure where you were in that voting process.
No, 100%. Dracula, I think, was like the fun pick, but whenever we came to the vote, and it was pretty much tied between the two, absolutely. Kite Runner, which is also another Gail Adcock title she told me to teach, and 1984 were both the choice to pick. And I'd gone back and forth thinking, would Kite Runner have been more appropriate? But no, I think 1984 was the book we had to teach this year.
And just walk me through what's different about an AP class versus your honors class, and what kind of expectations does that bring? Because I know that it's very similar to your honors class, but it's a lot different in a lot of ways too.
Yeah, I think teachers, educators, administrators will always throw the word rigor at you, that we want to increase the rigor of what we do in the classroom. Well, that's especially true for an AP classroom. Honors, you have higher expectations. We should be able to read novels independently, come to essays independently, do group work that is intrinsically motivated we want to succeed at. Well, by the time you get to an AP class, like a dual credit, it's an honors classroom, except higher octane. You got to think that there's a variety of college experiences that are out there, and we know that some classes may be more competitive than others. AP is that more competitive classroom. The writing that you're prepared to do in a timed 40-minute scenario scares people at first, but I think with the right classroom and the right coaching experience, it should be, I hope, is something that you become much more comfortable with doing, that you have the skill set, and that it really should be like an honors class, senior level, an honors class times 2. It should be that kind of real, at-home, but high-octane experience.
Well, Mr. Crockett, I think that the big reason that people think they can do it is you. The first day of class this year for the AP Lit class, it's not an easy course by any means, but you make it to where it's manageable. You told us the very first day, don't say that you can't do it, and that's really rung true with me. But something that you told me my sophomore year, you pulled me aside after, I think it was the second essay. I don't know if you remember this, but I've kept it at heart ever since. You said that my evidence and my commentary and the way that I can stack it and the way that I structure my body paragraphs, that you would be comfortable putting me in AP class doing that then. And I took that into Miss Swift's class. I know that we had to have a writing contest to get in, who would get in, and a completely different level of writing. But I made straight 6s on those, and I made a 6 on the AP exam, and I told everybody that no matter what it was that Miss Swift did, it was Mr. Crockett and the confidence that you instilled in me. So I'm just really glad I got to bring you up here for this.
Appreciate that. Thank you for having me.
Of course. We might have to do it again sometime.
Always. I'd love to.
Thank you. Mr. Crockett, everybody.
Thanks. We'll talk more basketball next time.
Well, after halftime last time when Coach D took a little while to get up here, there was a alley-oop slam dunk. I'm not sure if we'll see one this time. Roberts, you didn't miss the alley-oop. I'm thinking it's about to happen.
Perfect.
What did Mr. Crockett say to you when you walked out?
He said, thank you very much.
Just a nice guy.
Was he supposed to say something?
No, I just saw him stop and talk to you. Yeah. Dribble move from Teeter. Teetering in and out. Fights through the contact. No good. Winningham dribbling down, up off the glass. Not a good shot. Good board from Jones. We don't have a lot of knee room right here, and you went straight into it, Roberts.
That hurt so bad.
Well, what else hurts is if you're on the other side of that true north three-pointer from Gracie Clark, left her wide open. How do you leave somebody that good at shooting the three ball that open?
Whenever you have multiple great shooters on the court, Doc, it really just spaces it out, and it's hard to contain.
And I think spacing is one of the most overused and overrated words in all of basketball, but my goodness, it gets you results.
Yes, it does.
Tough shot there. Great rebound from Clark. She is so good with the ball in her hand. Gets a no-look pass to Gratzy. Selby bringing it in. She is going to drive on Liv Prater every time. Selby playing the block down low, but with such speed that she's able to get around bigger centers like that. It's really a dangerous, yikes. That
Wow.
one sent right back to Cinder. Two-handed volleyball spike from Selby.
She could almost snatch block
Yes.
that.
Which I think is the greatest highlight ever. I mean, that's
Oh,
just
yeah.
pure domination of your opponent. Teeter trying to find something. Teeter is a great last name for her because she is really probing that defense. She's kind of in and out, dipping her toes in the water.
Oh.
Blocked. You can
I didn't-
Liv Prater can throw as many elbows as she wants.
Yeah, that was she made a face when she threw that elbow.
Yeah.
Doc, she meant that one.
And Ava Jones meant it when she threw it right back. Walk.
She is killing it with those elbows.
Gosh,
man.
her
That
ribs
is-
are going to hurt tomorrow. And Ava Jones, sturdy down there. You never see her get worked or muscled down. She takes a lot of pride in weight training and putting on muscle. Three from Gretzi, no good. But a great rebound from the smallest person on the court is Winningham. Here comes a drive. Almost got it to go for the and one. As, man, Ava Jones could finish through contact just a little bit more than she does. She'd average 20, 22 points a game. The way
Yeah.
that she gets these open looks, and they just play so physical with her that if she could finish through it and get these and one opportunities, I mean, she'd pick up an extra 5 or 6 points a game.
It's like whenever she knows she's about to get the foul, she kind of just delays
Lays
it and
it.
tries to sell it. You know, she doesn't go through with her whole form. That kind of stops her from getting as many and ones as she really deserves for herself.
Yeah. Cross-court pass, another good one. Teeter in, blocked
Ooh.
again. Ava Jones showing you it's personal down there. Great dribbling from Winningham, getting in to Ava Jones, who walked. Her eyes got wide when she saw a foul opportunity. Took an extra step to get there, though. If you're waiting for the next step to sell your land, go to Whitetail Properties Real Estate and call Matt Elrod at 931-808-6422 today. That is 931-808-6422. Another travel called.
Because I have to say this really quick, but last Friday we did forget to mention a player.
Who?
AJ Hunt. So I'd love to give a huge
We
shout
did
out to
that?
I'd love to give a great shout out to AJ right here. I know he's listening because he just texted me and told me to give him a shout out. But
True North three-pointer from Ava Jones. We'll take a minute and go ahead.
Shout out to AJ.
Yeah,
I mean, he played amazing all season.
he
so.
did. He had a senior year for the ages. Great job there from Taylor, who now they're going double big down there. Here comes Selby, full head of steam, passing it ahead. How did she get that to Winningham?
Beautiful pass.
It looked like a key in a keyhole, Roberts. It fit
Wow.
just right.
That was
And
incredible.
Addie King picks up her second foul after that. Timeout here. So we'll take this timeout to tell you that Farm Bureau Insurance has been building a reputation of trust for over 80 years. They're ready to help you protect the things that are important. See Ryan Qualls, Justin Coe, Cade Crosland at Farm Bureau, located at 141 Churchill Drive. From the ball court to the fence post, Farm Bureau has been covering the Upper Cumberland since 1948. Go Warriors! Thank you to Farm Bureau and, of course, Whitetail Properties Real Estate and Matt Elrod for sponsoring tonight. And True North for sponsoring whenever the Warriorettes are feeling it from downtown.
Which is almost
Which
every night.
is just about every night. Even their cold nights, you can expect to see at least 5 or 6 threes go down. As I don't think they'll get 93 like they did the last time we saw them here, Roberts. Shot is good from Winningham, but offense still showing you that, yeah, they're for real. With about 13 minutes to go until the end of the game, they're sitting at 42. Pretty good. Foul on Gratzi. Gotten a little aggressive there. 42-16. I just got a wacky text from James Severs, which is most of them. Almost got a fingertip on it there. Why you didn't take that shot, I'm not going to know. But Teeter gets in. Bringing it down is Grazzi, up 42-18. Trying to get a little motion in. Winningham open for three. No, a pass. Give her the assist and a good finish there from Jones. Grazzi gambling on the steal. Clark almost knocking it away. Man, she just loves to dribble.
Yeah,
she must be an only child and just dribbles in the garage or something, because that is a big part of her game. Alexander putting on the moves. She's had a couple of great moves not pay off. Grazzi head down trying to score. Oh, man. Grazzi and Selby collide into each other. It's a 5-on-3. Erased immediately. Clark with the easiest assist of her life. Selby finishes. My goodness, the fact that Ava Jones can erase a 5-on-3 advantage like that and turn it into easy 2 points, that's just insane.
And the fact that Cannon County did not score on that kind of sums up their not here tonight, Docus. They are not playing as a team at all.
Vindicative there as that one goes out of bounds. Trailing 46-18 on the Ryan Qualls Farm Bureau score report. Cannon County not having a great showing against former coach Michael Dodgen, who has proved that he wins wherever he goes, as he has really transformed a great unit of girls basketball players here into something pretty extraordinary. Fox gets it into Selby, faking the pass, gets it to the corner, dumped down for Jones, goes up, no contact. Short on short rebound. Addison Estes getting it over Kyra Fox, the two shortest people on the court, probably on either side, duking it out down low with 2:52 to go here. Teeter gonna drive straight into Selby, who gets the block. Here comes Fox. Gets it into Grazzi. This two-point guard look, Dodgen loves it. Line drive shot attempt didn't go in. Gonna have to get back. Alexander, good dribble move, gets it out to Teeter. Misses another three-pointer. That is Ellie Bango on the free throw line. Just a great job of boxing out Gracie Clark and drawing the foul. Clark's second.
Gruesome foul.
Yeah. First one in there. In comes Kennedy Billings for Ashlyn Selby. Off the back iron. Jones with the rebound. Trying to get them to slow it down a little bit right here and run an actual play. Goes around the screen, gets it to Kennedy. Into Ava, loses it. Hope she's okay. Looked like she just slipped on the court. Maybe just slick around there. Gets it into the hands of Alexander with 2:05 to go here. Calling out plays. Gets it to Teeter and goes straight into Clark and finishes. If that was here in the first half, might be a little bit closer of a game. Tip pass, just how she wanted it. Rebounded by Clark. Should have just went up with it. Never need to bring that one down. Gets it back. Home team roll. Clark rewarded for keeping that possession alive. As Alexander calling out plays. We were talking about it before the game. Cannon County, an impressive display of sneakers. Good rebound from Fox. Every single person has a different colored sneaker on.
Yeah.
As opposed to the old school look from the Warriorettes. Passes it to Jones. Extra pass, no good. As that was good ball movement there, just needed the finish. In comes, her hair's too long, I can't tell you. Number 12, first game action for Michaela Rubley. Clark for 3, no good. Foul on Fox. A walk.
Wow.
With 1:02 to go. Walking 94 feet away from the basket with really nobody around. That's a miscue.
Yes, that is not something I'm speechless, Doc,
yeah.
to be honest with you.
Clark, tough shot, no good. You could tell that was a play run, especially for her. It just didn't get that tough fader to go down. Alexander looking for a high five or maybe a screen. We'll see. Dribbling back out with 45 seconds to go. Driving in on Fox. Scoop shot up and good. As that is a downside to Fox being so small, as opposing point guards go at her defensively. Fox dribbling, trying to find somebody. Gets it to Clark. Gets it into Ava. Gets the foul. Looks like she tweaked something right there, as just a little high for the 6'2" Jones. If she was 6'3", I think we'd be looking at an and one.
Good call, Dacus. I agree with that 100%.
Well, Jones showing that she's a good free throw shooter here. Misses the first.
Good way to jinx
announcer
it,
jinx.
It is real.
Absolutely. I'm glad that nobody ever commentated senior pro games. I
think they did sometimes, Dacus.
Really?
There was sometimes I'm shot cold.
I got you there. 48-23, make it 49. 26-point lead for the Warriorettes. And no matter what it is, it never feels like enough, does it?
Never. I mean, you want this team to almost beat every one of them by 40, Dacus.
Yeah.
That's how great they are.
Spin cycle there from Alexander. Easy steal here. 3-on-3. What a move. Limber with the footwork. Oh, wow. Almost got that one to go in. Great job running there, as the Ryan Qualls Farm Bureau score report reads 51-23, White County Warriorettes at the end of 3 quarters. As good time, since we're talking about it, to tell you about Farm Bureau. Have your insurance rates recently gone up? Are you tired of having to call a 1-800 number for answers? Call Farm Bureau Insurance today at 931-836-3171. They strive to make every insurance transaction a pleasant one. Someone on their staff in their local office is there at all times. As there they are, the smiling faces of Farm Bureau, Ryan Qualls, Justin Coe, Kay Crosland, and Daniel Bray. They do a great job over there. And thank you again for sponsoring tonight's game. As, you know, crowd's gotten in there just a little bit more. 51-23 with 8 minutes to go in the game. What's Cannon County going to have to do to erase this 28-point lead, Sam?
Dacus, I believe it's too far gone.
Really?
I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't really seen strong three-point shooting from them all night.
Have they hit one?
I think they made one towards the start.
I think they hit one.
But
they've only taken like 7, and they've all more or less been wide open.
And with a lead like this, you're going to have to play absolutely perfect, great passing, and really stick away from the 2 and go strictly to fast three-pointers.
As this Warriorettes team, the way that they can force turnovers with that press or half-court defense, they really limit the amount of shots you can get up, and the way that they take away the passing lanes. Another moving screen. 3rd one called today. That's insane to me that they are still doing it.
Dacus, you ever think that referees kind of just like pick out a random call?
One they like.
They're like,
me, man, I would get in at least 2 charges a game just because I want to put the hand on the back of the head and point. I think it's such a cool look. Or in football, I'd call a safety. Tough 2 from Winningham goes down. Here comes Alexander. Dribble move. Getting it into Teeter. And up and in. Gonna have to rebound, just like the documentary. as here comes Grazie slowing it up. She really is a chess player out there among checkers players when it comes to finding the open path. As another lucky roll there, man, Ava Jones ended up on her knees a lot tonight. Just something is either slick down there, she needs to go over there, get some sticky tack on the end of that, or she's getting shoved every time down there. But she is ending up on all fours on every shot attempt, it looks like. First shot in. And, you know, maybe it's an acting job, maybe not. If it was an acting job, I think that who she should take lessons from is none other than Gracie Clark. I was in a play with her, her freshman, my sophomore year. It was a night of the museum type deal, and she was the main female lead. Did a great job.
Very random fact there.
Yeah, I forgot about it until earlier today. That one is good from Teeter, and that's what we're talking about, Sam. You can't wait until you're down 30 points to start shooting the three ball.
Right.
Or start shooting with confidence.
Something they found too late. It's
too late,
seem
yeah.
like Dacus, and it's really tragic for them.
Walk as, my goodness, that was a pretty shot rolling around as Clark has had, or not Clark, Gracie has had trouble limiting it to 2 steps. Here comes Cannon County on the wrong side of a 27-point deficit. Gets it in to Teeter. Looking. Gets it to the corner. Starting back over at the top with Abby Alexander. Motioning everyone away as these Cannon County people, they travel well and dressed to impress. Blocked there by the eraser Jones. Going to stay Cannon County ball, as I feel like every 4th adult is wearing a suit.
I know.
Have you noticed that? I don't know what that
strange?
is. They're heading to the locker room right now. Jones almost got a hand on it. Clark, good rebound. Foul on number 23, Jalen Taylor. That's her 3rd, I think. It is. Grazie with the ball. And if you're the Warriorettes, I know you got a big lead, and yeah, that's what I was going to say. Get some game action in for the younger ones. They had a big win against Chattanooga Christian, but left the big dogs in for a while. Let it eat. Selby for 3. It's good. 3 for 4 from the True North 3-point line. It's good again from Selby. Just building off her hot start. But they really let it eat against Chattanooga Christian and ran up that score. Kickball, as here comes the next wave of Cannon County and White County basketball players getting a big ovation there. As got number 24, Miley Schwartz, number 25, Lakeland Kilpatrick, number 10, Bailey Sism, the lone sophomore, and 34, Braylon Taylor, who's got the ball now. And as soon as I figured out all these girls' names, here comes Rubley. Almost broke the backboard with that one, Roberts. That went up strong. Fox setting things up. Wonderful pass. Gets it in the corner to Norvell. Man, you got to take that shot.
100%, Dacus. That was a great look and a even better pass.
Beautiful pass. Is Norvell open in the corner again? If she doesn't want to shoot, she might want to get out of the shooter's corner. Reed over. Driving in. Good find there. Showing a willingness to pass. Something you don't see a lot out of the second units, where people are fighting for playing time and they think the only way to do it is to score, which just really isn't true. Playing good complementary team basketball. Good fight there from Fox. To Norvell, to Billings, to Norvell. Passing the rock, got it at the wing. Sullivan gonna take it. 3-pointer on the way. Ooh.
The GT odds in an air ball there, Dacus.
Yeah, straight to Reed that one went, as you can see why Norvell passed the one up earlier. Needs a minute to get warmed back up. Fox, I feel like this possession has taken 2 minutes. Here she comes down the lane, gets it to Reed, who is just steadfast and ends in a turnover and a foul.
As what I'm seeing right here is a lot of rudimentary ball playing, just trying to get to that right hand. Really need both hands at any level, especially high school, to be able to go either way.
Oh, and you definitely do, Dacus. I mean, it's such a competitive sport now, and if somebody can limit you to one hand because you can't use your other, you're almost useless.
Pretty much. Almost an and one there from Taylor. And I'm sitting here looking at it. Are they twins, Jalen and Braylon? I hope not. That is you did that to yourself if so. Makes the first, does Taylor.
And, yeah, I mean,
not having a left hand's like not having a curveball and just being a straight fastball guy. They're going to pick up on it and know what you're going to throw their way. Here comes Reed. Gets it in. Drive here. Got a little bit of the jersey. Good find to Norvell. Pump fakes. Gets it over to Kyra Fox. Tries to drive in. Poked away. Miracle pass into the wrong hands. Double dribble. Good call there. He had to double check, make sure his colleague didn't call a foul. There was none. And here we go. Fox dribbling down. Got the shot up. It's good. True North three-pointer. If she can hit that shot, the Warriorettes can go as far as they want. Her being sixth off the bench and being able to create a shot like that, that's going to be huge this year.
Yeah, off the dribble, moving back. That is an incredibly hard shot, especially for like a girls' basketball level.
Yeah, high school girls basketball player. Offensive foul there. And out comes Billings and Fox for Sanders and Marion. Swindle. I had to think of her sister's name, who I've known since preschool.
Yeah.
Maya Joe bringing it down. See, I know the first name. Couldn't come up with Swindle. Sanders straight away. No good. Gets it back to Maya Joe. Gets it over to the Colonel. Cuts it back in. Good pass. Went and collided. I don't know why he didn't take that shot.
Down low.
Wide open down low. Reed going to have to finish. Good ball movement there, as some of these girls can really play themselves into some playing time with good play over the next 2-13, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, 100%, Dacus. This is the most crucial part of their season for most of these girls, you know, trying to find their spot in the roster while they're still developing.
And that's a good steal there from Swindle. Gets it into Norvell. Ooh, not a great pass. Sure, she didn't want to put too much mustard on it. She's a great softball player. Into Reed, going up, getting the rebound. Swindle, good follow through. We've got two more. This is special to see. We got Hallie Floyd and Kylie Norris. Kylie Norris's dad will be joining us during the boys' halftime. Coach Darren Norris. Her and her twin brother Colt Norris, both freshmen on the basketball team. So get to talk to him about seeing Colt make his debut last week and her right now as we're number 23. You like to see that.
100%.
She knows ball. Good steal there. She's got a wide open breakaway. It's good. And I think that she seriously is someone that she won't get a lot of looks right now because she's a freshman, but she is a very good, very instinctive ball player. Had a great year last year, and she read that one beautifully.
Yes, Dacus, and that's how you can tell some people are better than others, you know. I mean, she read that play like a book, you know.
Yeah, and she's athletic as all get out. The long legs, the girls basketball player frame, almost gets away with a foul there. That's good defense right there. I thought she was going to check it out of her hands again. As she's somebody I'm kind of excited to see what's going to happen. In comes Norvell for number 25. And running clock right here, 30 seconds left as we try and author a 67-29 victory, barring anything else. You'd hope the Warriorettes get at least 2 more points. Just add on a little something to this game. Just keep on with the scoring.
Yeah, get it up to a 40-point lead.
Yeah, just a nice even number like 69-29. Norris almost with the steal, pounding defensively. 4, 3, 2, 1. Goes in. Gonna count it. 67-31 is your Ryan Qualls Farm Bureau final score report. As I have intel that Coach Dodgen will be coming up here between games. We'll just have to just talk up until then. So what'd you see out of that game here?
Everything we expected, Dacus. I mean, the Warriors came out. They played their game. You know, I haven't really seen a team yet, which, I mean, we've only got to see 2. But I haven't seen a team really force them out of their own style, you know. Even when Cannon County was breaking that press, I mean, they still stuck to what they knew and kind of continued with it.
So to my understanding, that was part of it in Farragut. They tried to make them play in a way that they usually don't, and Farragut escaped with a win over a really good Warriorettes team. But you could tell that they had a lot more at stake here tonight against at home against Coach's former team. And they really came out and they dominated from the get-go, as it was a good performance all around. As I want you to tell me right now on that Cannon County side, who's somebody that jumps out to you?
Let's see here.
No numbers or names that I'm aware of, so we're just going to have to go off shoes, I guess.
Red Shoes looks pretty decent, mainly just because he's tall. We'll see at this layup right here. Maybe. Kind of looks like a slower player, though. That's kind of worrying. That boy that just shot the layup, he
looks shifty.
He does. I don't know. This looks like a very evenly matched athletic group of young men, you know. I mean, this might be a very good ball game.
I'm thinking it's going to be Roberts. Warriors getting a ton back here. Just look at that layup line. Just, compared to last week, they got a lot more guys down there, which can't be a bad thing, you don't think. Not having to play a 6-man rotation like they were. But I'm sure that's not what Jack Walker wants to hear. He got a lot of playing time that I'm sure some other guys might be willing to compete with him for. As Nate switched up the hairstyle between this game and last.
Yes, he did, because I kind of
wish
he
didn't. It looks good, but I hope that he didn't lose it. Yeah,
point, you know?
He had a great game. Had a beautiful alley-oop dunk. I mean, I know I called it the highlight of the year. It was his first game, but I think that he's going to have to outdo himself. I don't think anybody on that White County side can do the athletic-type things that he can.
No, not at all. I mean, I've played so many games with Nate, and just some of the stuff he has done and the times he's blocked me in basketball has left me shocked. I mean, you'll see him jump, you'll take 2 steps, shoot a layup, and he'll still be in the air with enough time to block you. Like, he's just that athletic.
He is just pure athleticism. I would like to point out that 5th grade when he was playing for Findlay and I was playing for Cassville, that I locked him down and held him to 6 points, which was his lowest scoring total of the year. So maybe Cannon County comes and recruits me. Somebody's going to have to help me out with the ACL, but if you need a Nate Griffin stopper 6 years ago, I'm your guy.
Hey, and if you need one now, you're listening to him.
Yeah, Nate Griffin has nightmares about the 2 Sams.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Hey, he thought he got over Sam 1, and Sam 2
came around, and it's just a 1-2 punch. And I'm gonna let people at home decide who Sam 1 and Sam 2 is.
That's fair. With the story, Sam 2 fits with me.
Yeah. I'd be 1, you'd be 2.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's subjective. We all have our things.
Facts. I don't feel like the number 2s are always, like, taller. Is that weird?
No, I'd go along with that. I think thing 2's taller than thing 1.
Yeah. Or, like, Mario and Luigi. That's what I'm kind of
Yeah,
thinking
okay.
of right
Mario's obviously 1 and Luigi's
Yeah,
obviously 2, but
100%.
Luigi is taller. I hope you're not trying to insinuate I look like Mario, but
now. No, not at all, Marcus.
as it's kind of funny. Back in the old Nintendo games, you had to play as Mario first until you would die.
Wow.
And so then you'd play with Luigi. So my dad, big Luigi guy. I am too. I'm not a huge Mario fan. He told me that he would play and just die on purpose as Mario to get to Luigi. It was just, what am I going to do with that information? Not a whole lot. But it's just kind of a funny story, and just really how games like that have kind of evolved. As here we are. We were talking about it before the game. Coach Norris, who we'll have on at halftime, came up and asked what my official title was, and we were going through the whole Sam 1, Sam 2. You wanted to know where the nickname comes from.
Yeah, Prez.
Prez. It's right here on the class ring. If you can read it, I'm not sure if I can get it in focus. It does say Prez on it. 6th grade baseball, Raji Hastings was the head coach. He was my homeroom teacher, and I missed the tryouts initially. It was the first year they let 6th graders try out, and I missed it initially. He already had a pretty big squad, so I didn't make the second cut. Jack Everett and Preston Pianki, who played all the way to their senior year, did. Me and Dusty Savage did not. But after that, he stopped me in the hallway on my way to the library one day, and he just asked, like, hey, will you be the manager? Absolutely. So I came and I did the iPad and kept stats and everything like that. And I've been class president since 6th grade every year. And Coach Logan Hicks, the head volleyball coach, we went through the first game and he said something. There was a player on Tullahoma. No, Coffee County. He's Coffee County. We always start against Coffee County. He's number 72, and they're like, 72? Who's that? There's never been a player like that. I said, Scott Alexander. And just that quip, he just referred to me as Prez, short for president, and it stuck.
I'm glad I finally got to know that.
Yeah, it's a cool
I've
story.
always wondered that. But.
Yeah. Well, speaking of cool insights on things, we've got Coach Dodgen here to tell us what he thought about that game. Coach Dodgen, I'm sure that was a big win for you against former team in Cannon County. Did you prepare any different for it? Do you have any kind of prior knowledge of it?
Well, we went and watched them play Thursday. They played Blackman Thursday and beat Blackman.
Really?
Which, I mean, is a great win for them. So their two guards, Alexander and Teeter, are good players, and we knew that we had to do a really good job on those two because those two are averaging about 15, 16 points a game, respectively. I thought Lakeland and Ashland Selby did a great job on those two defensively. Then we got up and down the floor. And that's an advantage for us. Saturday, I wasn't really pleased with the way that we played against Farragut in our transition game. I thought we were a lot of 5-on-1, 5-on-2s, 5-on-3s, but tonight we went 5-on-5 and did everything. And Ashland, Ashland's going to get everybody's going to back off of her because last year Ashland got to the rim. She comes out and knocks down back-to-back threes in the first quarter, which kind of set the tone and disrupted their game plan a little bit. I was really pleased with the way that we played, though. I thought we played really hard and played really well.
Well, talking about Ashland there, obviously she's a new addition to this core group, these starting four. What have you seen from her these first 4 games, and specifically tonight, that's kind of got you hopeful for the rest of the year?
Well, I was a little aggravated is not the right word. I was a little not frustrated, I guess, because she won't look to score as much. She does a great job of finding the other person, and she's very, very unselfish, and she does a good job of finding somebody that's open. But when you're open and you can take that drive and take the mismatch, you got to take that and go. And I thought she did a fantastic job of getting to the rim tonight. Obviously, she knocked down 2 threes to start the game that got us going, and kind of everybody fed off of it. But I was really pleased. The last time people saw us play at home, we gave up 75, but we scored 93. And everybody says, oh, you scored 93. We gave up 75. That's a problem. But then tonight I thought we did a really good job defensively.
And I feel like 75 is a lot more in the ballpark than 93. I'm not going to take any offense to this. I hope you guys aren't going to score 93 a whole lot.
No.
But there are nights where you will give up 75, and you'll have a defensive effort. So I do think that the offense played well tonight. And obviously some early adversity. You guys did not lose nearly this early last year. How did they respond after that Farragut loss?
Well, obviously we responded pretty good because we beat William Blunt an hour and a half later. But on the flip side of that, we didn't run transition against Farragut. We got a rebound, and we just wanted to see how many times it would take us to dribble up the floor, and that was everybody. Anybody that got a rebound, everybody's got the freedom to handle the basketball. There's not a lot of teams that have a 6'2" post player that can handle the ball on the open floor like Ava does. So everybody's got the freedom to take it and go and fill in lanes. I want to score fast where we don't have to run a set. That makes our jobs easier. But I thought we responded really, really well. That's a team, Canyon County is going to win a lot of games. And what makes me feel old is 2 or 3 of those girls, I coached their older sisters.
Yeah.
They were about this tall when they played for me. But it's good to see those type of things building back. And, Ashley's going to do a good job. Ashley played for me. Ashley, she's going to do a good job there and get them rolling. And I can promise you, when we go back down there in 2.5 weeks, they'll be ready to play.
Be a different team.
Yes.
It is so early, and I feel like a lot of people are just kind of forgetting that. But what you were saying earlier about having 5 people that can handle the ball, you've got 5 players out there talking about a 6'2" post that can handle the ball. Running is a huge advantage you guys have, a huge advantage. And we've come and filmed for practice and stuff, and you run them hard. And it shows with your run and gun kind of mentality, and I think that's good on you to be the hard coach that's like, if you run now, you'll be the benefactor later. What's your kind of philosophy with that, with conditioning? Because your team conditioning is looking great to me so far.
I knew that we were going to change the way that we were going to play something. We've been blessed the last couple of years to have Celeste, to have Nia Powers, along with Ava, so we kind of had 3 bigs that we could go at people. Then you added Piper Price in there, so we had 4. Right now, Ava's 6'2", and everybody else is in that 5'9", 5'10" range. So we're going to go with it. And then, we throw in Kyra Fox. Kyra can handle the basketball. Kyra can go. Then we throw in Kennedy. Kennedy can handle it if she needs to. It's a unique situation that we've got right now that we've got to continue to build off of, and we can't get satisfied, and we can't worry about press clippings. We just got to go challenge ourselves before every ball game, and I thought they did a good job tonight.
Well, I call it embarrassment of riches. Everybody that has such wide-ranging skill sets. You were talking about Ashlyn being aggressive. What does the 3 ball mean to this offense? Because when she hit that one, she was deep, she was semi-guarded, and it was the first shot of the game. As soon as she saw that go in, me and Sam looked at each other like, Ashlyn took that? That's a Bella Winningham shot.
Well, she's probably tired of me yelling at her, honestly, because she'll pass up so many wide-open looks in practice, and she's probably tired of me saying it. And she can shoot the ball. And when you add that mix, you can't help up. They were going to try to help off and double down on Ava, rightfully so. They couldn't then, because as soon as she hit that 3 and the post player that was guarding her turned around and looked at her head coach like, she's not supposed to shoot.
Yeah.
But, we added that night. We know what Gracie's going to do. We know what Bella's going to do. We know what Lakeland's going to do. We know what Ava's going to do. Ashlyn produces like that. We're pretty strong there. And then you bring Kyra Fox in that can give us a lot of good minutes. Kennedy Billings gives us a lot of good minutes. And then we're going to slowly start to work in Sarah Winfrey. Okay. Sarah Winfrey's somebody that's going to be really good for us down the road. She's just got to continue to get better, and she's got a bright future ahead of her.
So, talking about the rotation right there, running with a 7 right now, trying to work in an 8, is that really what you're going to try and stick with, 8 at the biggest?
Well, we can go 9 if we need to, but I want to get that 8 core solid right now, and then we can try to develop a 9 and 10. Cassie Reed, Kaylee Sanders, those 2 are right there. And that's why we talk about the importance of practice every day. You got to come to work every day. Can't take a day off. Take a day off, somebody's going to pass you and give you that opportunity.
There's only 5 people can be out there at a time, and which one of those 5 are you going to be? I think that's a great mentality to have. What's the biggest question mark and weakness that you've seen so far based off of tonight's performance?
Well, we've just got to be a little bit more consistent shooting the ball from the perimeter. We hit 12 the first night. I don't know how many we hit tonight, at least 8 or 9 tonight. The other night against Farragut, we hit 2. William Blunt, we hit 3. So we got to be more consistent. We need to get in that 7 to 8 range a night, which then opens up Ava by herself one-on-one.
And you were talking about how Ashlyn does open up Ava. I'm sure that people are going to throw doubles at her this year because 6'2", you don't see it. You just really don't, especially with how she can run, get her shot up, draw the foul. So just really spreading the ball out. What is the one word you would use to sum up this win?
It was a great win for us. I mean, you know, when you go against teams that you were a part of for 10 years, a program that I was a part of for 10 years, you don't want to lose those teams.
No.
There's a lot of people sitting over here on this side that were a lot of good people to me and to my family for 10 years, and you just don't want to lose those type of games. But no, I'm proud of our kids. But, you know, the thing is, we got to have short-term memory, and we got to be ready to go again tomorrow.
Yeah, big game tomorrow. McMinnville, what are you expecting there? What's the game plan heading into that?
Well, they're going to play hard. Coach Turnham does a good job, and they're going to play hard, and they're going to get after it. And we got to bring the same intensity not only on the offensive side of the ball, but on the defensive side of the ball tomorrow. And if we can bring that back-to-back nights, then we're getting somewhere.
Well, I think we'll get you out of there here on that. Thank you, Coach, very much.
Thank you.
That was head girls basketball coach Michael Dodgen. He's a great interview to have. He does amazing work with Upper Cumberland Reporter, and obviously you just saw it with the White County Warriorettes. So glad that he gave us time here. He's so generous with his time to everybody. Glad that I got to let him lend me his ear for a little bit. As right now, the event that I'm waiting on, boys tip-off. What are you expecting here, Roberts?
A lot of fast-paced basketball tonight, Dacus. Especially, I'm trying to see our starters right now, but I don't know. I really feel like Mitchell's going to try and push the pace with this team.
Well, right here we've got number 3, Eli Pelham. Number 22, Preston Hamby. 23 is Lucas Phillips. 24, Antonio Jones. And number 11, Miles Alexander. But about to be overshadowed by the shadows right here. The Warriors about to announce their starting 5.
No intros?
I've already showed the video. Guess not. Here he is. Number 10, Keon Lewis, back in the starting 5. Looking for a big night from him. Here he is, rocking a new haircut. Number 12, Nate Griffin. Here comes 00 Cole Sims, straight from football. I'm sure that makes Tripp mad that he's 6 foot and he's not. He's not 6 foot tall. Here comes Lucas Dickerson, number 30. Michael Arcia Davis rounding out the starting 5. So they substitute Cole Sims for Jordan Brown, who I'm sure will be off the bench very soon tonight. What are you expecting to see with the intro to Cole Sims this year?
I really expect him to kind of take over this leadership role tonight, Dacus. You know, without Tripp Pinion here, he was a huge part to our offense last year, and I really feel like he's just going to kind of slide right into that role tonight.
Yeah, he played great in Tripp's absence. I'm sure he's going to really get this team to gel. As talking about Tripp Pinion, you know, Gage Stevenson back, a lot of guys back. Cannon County wins the tip. I'm sure having them on the bench is going to be a welcome sight. All these guys that you love to play with, great teammates, great bench guys. As getting it in here, 24 to number 3, getting it over. Looking for it is Antonio Jones, getting it to Miles Alexander. Good defense from Sims, something he hangs his laurels on. 24, Antonio Jones shot, no good. Lewis rebounding, pushing with pace to Davis, who loses it immediately to Phillips, who pushes it ahead to Alexander. Blocked from Lewis, went up and met him. Sims looking for his, down low, no. Everybody hits the deck. Going to be Cannon County ball. Obviously going to be physical, going to be quick. A lot of athletes out there, and as you were saying, evenly matched. No size or speed advantage, it doesn't look like. I think it's going to be some good old-fashioned basketball.
Yeah, kind of just smash mouth. You go at me, I go at you all night long, Doctor, so I'm all here for it.
Absolutely. Passing over to Alexander. Fighting around the screen, looking, going with the lefty, goes down. Pretty lefty layup.
Pretty is an understatement there, Doc. That shot is incredibly hard, especially over Nate Griffin.
Yeah, that shot's impossible to defend because they're not supposed to hit it.
Exactly.
Pass over to Davis, calling for a screen, trying to get it into Lewis. Blocked. Phillips returning the favor to Lewis. Phillips pushing it. Oh, thought he was going to take it. Number 3, Will. That one is just off for Pelham. Davis giving it. No, going to keep it. Drive. Dump down to Griffin, tying it up at 2. Griffin finishes around the rim so well, as so far the new do is not messing with him any. Passing it over to Antonio Jones. That's Pelham. Back to Jones. Gets into the lane. Another tough hook. That one doesn't go. And a great rebound from Hamby. You can tell that he's a bit of a wider kind of guy, going up and getting a tough rebound. Getting it out to Griffin for 3. Oh, I had True North on the tip of my tongue. Down and out. Griffin gets over the corner. Shot up. Shot good. Great shot there from number 3, Pelham. Here comes a press. Mitchell calling a timeout early, already not liking what he sees. And if you look at your property, you don't like what you see, and you want to sell, why don't you, instead of turning tail and run, turn towards Whitetail Properties and Real Estate to help guide your entire land selling process. Call Matt Elrod at 931-808-6422 today. That is 931-808-6422 today. Thank you to Matt Elrod and the Whitetail Property Real Estate staff for sponsoring tonight. As it's good to see some more people here in the Roy. Obviously not the crowds we're used to, but they'll come, I'm sure. It's just a Monday. People got a case of it. As here comes Sims pushing with pace, going in. Looked like a foul. Didn't see it the way I did. Jones, beautiful pass out. Floater up, good. Alexander showing both hands equally deadly there. Sims pushing it ahead to Dickerson. Three-pointer is up, no good. Great rebound and a pushing call. I'm glad, as Lewis went way up there to get that one. Gonna remain, no. Cannon County ball. Slick mark there. Gonna get a towel girl over to look at it. Keon Lewis getting down and doing some hard manual labor right there. Really making sure it squeaks. I think it's good.
It is good. I can confirm it from here.
Yeah, it looks fine to me, as Cannon County going to inbound here. Gets it in to Alexander, who's got the pesky Sims defending him. Foul on Sims. Something he loves to do is foul. Looking to his dad, that's assistant Mark Sims on the bench, and already you can tell Mitchell is not having with what is happening. Bringing in number 33, Tucker Pinion, number 1, Darvon Richmond, number 5, that is Jordan Brown. A ton of scoring brought in. This is a great scoring lineup. Nate, Jordan, Darvon, and Tucker, excuse me. Don't know what that'll look like defensively, but guys that can make some tough shots and make their own. It's what you need when you're down 9-2, I think. Lewis coming out to the contest there, passing it out to Alexander. Going to get him with a walk. As what are you expecting to see out of this unit that Mitchell's brought in? Some guys that haven't really played together a whole lot in the high school competitive level.
This is what I was kind of looking at earlier when I said speed here. You know, you kind of got Darvon, Nate, and Keon all in the same lineup here. And
jump ball going the Warriors' way.
Tucker being a lethal shooter as he is, and Jordan having many years of basketball under his belt, I just kind of see like a high tempo kind of.
Yeah, a lot of athletes out there just get out and run with it, and a lot of three-point shooting, it looks like, as Pinion getting it over to Jordan Brown. Moving screen.
I believe so.
That's going to be Nate. As he just can't get away from those offensive fouls. I'm not sure what he's doing, but he fouled out last game with 2 offensive fouls. So he might have to be a little bit less aggressive on offense there.
The Warriors are going to need him, Dacus.
Absolutely. He's got to be out there.
Whoa.
Up and over. That one goes. Great defense from Darvon Richmond just to not go up and knock it back into fair territory. Terrible pass. And a blocking foul. Looked like he was going to sell it to me, but Phillips going to be the benefactor of that one. First foul for Darvon. And there he goes.
Maybe that over the backboard shot might have been smart. Maybe he was kind of predicting the tip there and was like, let me put a little power on this one.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll get knocked in.
Antonio Jones runs into his own screen. That's going to be a foul on Keon Lewis. That's what they say. I guess that they saw him push through that screen, which is, I mean, it's valid. I didn't get a great look at it, but if that's what he did, then good call. How a Warrior didn't get that ball, I don't know. And a walk. Oh. My goodness, there's been more referee action than game action.
Lordy Lord. Man, I can tell the players are going to be upset with that foul or that walk call tonight, because that is probably one of the most common walks that's kind of just involved in not being a walk, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's just something you get away with a lot. Tucker, volleyball line 3. Oh. Man, if he can start hitting shots like that, he's going to play a lot of minutes this year. We were talking to Gage Stevenson about it. Just a great shot creator and shot maker. He can really settle into this offense. He's gonna have a big year. Getting it to Alexander. Over to Phillips. Trying to pry into the defense here. Trying to find a weak spot. Great hands. Leaving Alexander wide open. Lucky he didn't hit that one. I thought he would. Oh, veteran play from number 3, Pelham, off the hoof of Tucker Pinion. And out comes Alexander. Sigh of relief from the Warriors side. And in comes number 4, Anderson Laura. Antonio Jones looking for something. Finds Lucas Phillips. Gets it back over to Jones. Back to Phillips. Nate going to come back in. Next stoppage of play. Pelham over to Lara. Gets it over to Phillips. Playing some good defense here. Tough shot. Bucket and one.
Wow.
You got to let him live with that shot. You can't. You can test. That's a tough jumper. You can't give him free throws.
I believe they called him for landing in his jumping space there, Doc.
That's what it was?
Yeah, because he kind of pointed to the floor there because Tucker was as shocked as we kind of were there. But it is that's
tough. I mean, that's a very subjective. Am I in your area? Am I not?
Yeah.
I know it's one of those fouls that when you're the shooter, it's always there. When you're not, it doesn't exist.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, that's just honestly the same way with a behind the back or a walk. Great two-handed pass. Wide open Dickerson. Air ball. Gonna go Cannon County's way. He is He has been cold to start the year, and Coach Mitchell's telling him, hey, calm down. It's okay. Set your feet. Make the shot we know you can hit. Phillips breaking that press with ease. Looking for something, getting the play call from his well-dressed coach. Here he goes, going to hand it off to Laura. Gets it over to Jones. Back over to Pelham now, getting it to Jones. Now Phillips driving and a walk. Ooh. Yeah, going to be a long night if they call that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something you see maybe every possession.
I mean, it's almost a part of the game now, Dacus, you know, and it's also a very hard kind of call to really call.
Yeah.
You know? It all depends on when that pivot foot leaves the floor, if it's after the ball leaves their hand or not, you know.
It really is, and it's a bad habit to break to do it, too. It's one of those things that you don't even realize. He just
Nate
did it.
Just did it.
And going to come up empty. Here comes Miles Alexander. Antonio Jones begging for the ball. Walk. Man. They can make it all the way back to Cannon County with the amount of walks they're given. I mean, if they get a step for each one, with 12-2, 120 to go, you can tell that this group is going to be very sticklers. And maybe TSSAA is saying, hey, we're not going to let that slide this year. As early in the season, they overcall stuff. Very handsy defense. Gets to it. 24, that is Lucas, or excuse me, that's not Lucas Phillips. That's Antonio Jones. Davis driving. Oh, watch out. Need more chairs over there, or they would have been decapitated by that pass. Wayward, as the Warriors having a rough start. Mitchell burning another timeout. You can tell how visibly frustrated he is. And if your insurance rates have recently gone up and you're frustrated with having to call a 1-800 number for answers, call Farm Bureau Insurance today at 931-836-3171. They strive to make every insurance transaction a pleasant one, and someone on their staff in their local office is there at all times. Thank you to Farm Bureau, as the Warriors on the wrong side of a 12-2 lead on the Ryan Qualls Farm Bureau score report with 1:02 to go. And what does it mean to them? Sure, Cannon County scores here, but just you got to get more than 2 points, right? I mean, that's what you're sitting here thinking.
But then also at the same time, it's just the first quarter. A 10-point lead in basketball is
it's
nothing.
not safe. I don't know what kind of confidence you'll have if you're on pace to score 8 points the whole game. Foul on Sims. He has got to be careful. He's got 2 already. I guess that he must have liked watching my game film when he was younger, because I can foul, and he can too. It's a different type of. I foul down low, he fouls up at the top of the key, but he does it all the time, Sam. He's going to have to be careful. We need him in games, and if we're sitting him in the second quarter because we don't want him to pick up a third or fourth foul, that's really going to handicap this unit. Miles Alexander hits the first, on top of the fact that, let's face it, Warriors opponents shooting the penalty so early compared to anyone else that I just feel like we foul way, way, way too much. What's your cure for that? How do you defend without fouling?
It's all on just kind of, you got to tell your guys, like, hey, relax on the pressure. You know, if you got a steal and you're 100% confident you can get it, go for it. But don't just try and poke at everything. You know, kind of get your hands free.
Davis blocked, erased. That was a beautiful block from Hamby. Getting it over, that's Laura. Ugly sound hit made there. Nate gonna push it, give it to Lucas Dickerson. Davis trying to find Griffin here. Spinning, trying to work in. Another block from Hamby. Deflected by Nate. Pushing foul on Hamby. 17.5 seconds to go. Warriors down 14-2 on the Ryan Qualls Farm Bureau score report. We're talking about fouling. I think it has a lot to do with your technique and your footwork to kind of avoid it, and also having a good understanding of where the officials are. I know this is why I like Kobe Bryant. he said in his memoir that he memorized front to back, the cover to cover, the officials' manual to know where people are supposed to be and what they're supposed to call. Sidestep, three-pointer, Keon Lewis, no good. Off of the foot of Hamby, Nate Griffin, my goodness,
wow.
Derek Jeter throw there. But he was saying that as soon as he got to the league, he read it cover to cover, and he could get away with probably 3 or 4 extra fouls a game, being more aggressive just because he knew where everyone was.
Wow.
That's something that you kind of have to have. Dickerson for 3, no good. Gonna get it out, nope. Can't get it up. Cannon County taking commanding 14-2 lead after 1, according to the Ryan Qualls Farm Bureau score report, as lot to clean up here. Speaking of lots, maybe you want to sell a lot, and if you're looking to sell your land, you have no idea how to get more money for your property. Call Matt Elrod of Whitetail Properties Real Estate at 931-808-6422 today. That is 931-808-6422 today. Thank you, Matt Elrod and Whitetail Real Estate. As going to make sure that nobody trips and falls on the way out of this one.
Their coordination is great.
It is. I mean, they look amazing. Amos Copeland.
Their line is just not straight, Docus. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, you know. For a great cheer team, I think you got to have a great line.
As the Warriors are going to see what they can do to get rid of this 12-point deficit they find themselves in. What is your advice to crawl out of a huge hole?
Well, it just depends on where you're at in the game, mainly, Docus. But right now, it's just play your game and tighten up on defense. But right now, you got to look at your biggest flaw, and right now it's the fouls. So you got to chill out with the fouls and play great defense and find the shot that works for you. And if it doesn't fall, you just got to live with it.
I think the shot they're going to have to hit's a three-pointer. Here's a good candidate. It's good. True North three-pointer by Mr. True North himself, Lucas Dickerson, the heir to the throne. I think that they've shown that they're going to shot block the heck out of it tonight. Hamby looks tough. If he can block Griffin and Lewis, it's going to be a long night down low. Going to have to stretch them out. Getting it out. Wonderful find into Hamby. Jump ball. That was a quick one.
That was not, because it was a very quick jump ball. We'll just say it's quick. We'll stop there.
I'm not sure, Mr. Drew Haston. I'm not sure we could take him on, just the three of us. Antonio Jones, tough shot there. Gets it to go. And like I was saying, Robert, that's just, you get in foul trouble, you can't be as aggressive, and now block again by Hamby. My goodness, Matumbo down there. Langley Austin doing a great job ducking that one. Beautiful block from Davis. Beautiful find from Hamby, who is just a really solid forward down there. Wonderful job there, waiting for them to come back down. Coach Mitchell says this all the time. No one has ever blocked a shot jumping first.
Very true.
Which is just
besides Nate, but
yeah.
But it is a lot harder to block a shot when you're already in the air.
I know Blake Griffin did it when he was with the Clippers. You know the highlight, and then he snatches it behind his back.
That was incredible.
He was incredible. I mean, he was a human highlight reel. It's just insane to think about what he could do. Injuries, of course, ravaged him. But here comes Sims. They know he loves that two-handed jump pass. Alexander lobbing it. Man, that would have been a heck of a highlight. Calling a blocking foul. Coach Mitchell wondering where it was. It's going to be on Tucker Pinion. He's lucky that they didn't head on down to Rady's Printing and get a poster made of that one, as it was about to be bad.
Yeah, that'd have been a rough one, Tuckus.
Yeah, especially with 2.5 quarters left to play. Just thinking about it, like, everybody's going to tell me about that tomorrow at school. Man.
And you know, Dacus, these calls have really been helping the
Helpful,
Warriors
helpful.
out.
They just got to capitalize on turnovers. As I'm going to tell you right now, these referees would not stick around in the NBA. If they're calling walks here, the amount of walks that they would find in the NBA, I'm telling you, the players would have them fired. Oh, no. That's the shot that Pinion's going to have to hit. It's a wide open over a screen, a little bit deeper, but you know he can hit it. Hamby, man, barely wrestled that net. That's a ball player right there, Roberts. The way he plays that interior defense and can shoot the rock, man, I don't know if we've got an answer for him tonight. I think the best case scenario is number 12. Beautiful move. Sims intercepting that pass to Griffin. Get it to Dickerson. Three-pointer up. No good. They're going to have to hit him. Alexander getting it to Jones. Easy blow by. Great contest. Look up. Spinning. Beautiful move. Flashy pass. Erased. Phillips, though, getting a little bit of the arm, it looked like. That looked like Jones foul to me. Looked like a clean block on my end, but Jones got the arm. Not going to complain who it's on. It's Griffin about to shoot two here. First one up. Lucky to graze the rim. As you can watch airball videos on YouTube from the free throw line. I think it's the funniest thing.
It is.
Grown, 30-year-old men getting paid millions of dollars, can't hit a shot from 15 feet away, can't even draw a rim. Griffin splits the two, cuts the deficit to 13. Alexander passing it up to Laura. Looking, gets it back to Alexander. Setting screens, Hamby. Alexander, tough shot.
Oh,
man,
wow.
if he would have hit that, I think that I would have hung up the hat.
That's such a demoralizing shot if that goes in.
That's just, it wasn't even like it was running down on the shot clock either. There is no shot clock. He wanted to take that shot. Davis walking, yeah. True North three-pointer doesn't count.
Beautiful shot from Nate
Beautiful
Griffin,
shot.
though. But hopefully that'll give him a little momentum boost right there. You know, seeing that shot go in.
That's like it's like a pitcher throwing a strike whenever batter calls time. Just doesn't count, but maybe, I kind of like the way that I did my mechanics right there. Moving screen on Hamby. That is foul number 2 on him. Can we get 3 more really quickly? He doesn't even have to foul. Let's just put 3 more fouls up there as he's a ball player, Roberts. Sims looking, protecting that ball, getting it to Davis. Davis out there for defense. Turned the ball over a little bit. Good floater. Looks like Griffin won another highlight. Here comes Hamby. Blocking foul on Lewis, excuse me. 4:15 to go. 19-8 on the Farm Bureau, Ryan Qualls Farm Bureau score report. Hamby misses first. Good news is he's about to check out. Bad news is he's shooting free throws right now, so he can't. Hamby, second shot, good. Yep, gonna get him in. That's what you want to see. Get him off the court. Bring in Eli Garrett.
100% there, Dacus. We need a little break.
Yeah, just constant block shots. He's probably got 5. Davis gets it out to Lewis, getting it back to Tucker. Almost walked. Tough shot from Sims. That's not what you want to see put up. Jump ball.
Appropriate jump call there.
I think that was good. I know that Cannon County's coach, he looked like he was doing the cha-cha slide, the way that he was rolling the arms, with some fervor. And I don't know who didn't get the sweat off the floor well last time, but right around the same area, we're going to get it again. Griffin, there we go. That towel girl getting a lot of game action right here.
More than some of our players.
Yeah. Sims scanning, gets it out to Griffin, who gets it back to Sims, going in, finds it to Griffin. Sims jab stepping, taking it with the left. Oh, loses it. Pushing foul on number 5. Griffin is just true north three-pointers when they don't count. He's 2 for 2 tonight.
Almost want to just shoot one contested, see if it goes in.
Yeah. Just I hope he can get one with the clock running here in a second. That's a crazy pass. Fit perfectly into that section, just perfectly into the Lions' grip. As I am disappointed that Cannon County does not have any better hair than this. You're the Lions. Can't we get a mane? I mean, just something. I'm not talking.
Maybe some red hair, maybe?
Something, just anything. Looks like a lot of buzz cuts over there. Not what you want to see. Jones, gosh, he just hit a shot that we are A, afraid to take, and B, couldn't hit. Davis walking at the free throw line, 80 feet away from the basket. Warriors are showing you why they're down 15 points right now. Gets it out to Alexander. Spin move. Oh, keeps it alive. Gonna get it in.
Very risky.
Very.
Anytime you reach across your body like that, that's a moving
Tough
screen.
This has been a very. It's not poor officiating, and I never would say, because I have never seen poor officiating during my high school career. T. Dustova does a great job. This is very, very technical officiating. I think this is a master class in it. They're calling every little thing just the way that it's supposed to be. And here comes the Davis three-pointer. Got to hit those. Lewis sizing up. No. Some point, you got to hit the open shots, or you're going to wind up taking contested ones with no spacing like that. Just hitting the one three-pointer. Going the other way once more. .758. There's 2:33 left. What time do you think it's going to be before halftime begins?
Let's see here, Dacus.
Thinking 8:05.
I was thinking that,
everything.
but I'll go with 8:04 just to kind of switch it up.
Okay, 8:04. Let's see how long these next 2 minutes and 20 seconds go. Dump down to Nate. Gets it out to Dickerson. Davis, three. No. He's got kind of a crooked release.
Yeah.
I had a problem with that when I was younger. It takes a lot of shooting to get rid of.
Did you ever get rid of it?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, walk, my goodness. 7:59, so 2 minutes and 4 seconds left of game action. We'll see. And getting it into Brown. I think that he's going to have to hunt for a shot right here. He's a good shooter. Gets it into Griffin. Gets it to Davis. He's going to take another one. It's good. True North three-pointer. Simple math. You take 6, you're bound to maybe hit one.
Hey, your chances to make one is higher.
Yeah, the more you take. Lewis got crossed up there. Alexander probing the defense. Good move. Going to be a foul. And these referees are calling a great game. Don't get me wrong. It's just, yeah, you hate to see it whenever they call a great game on you. You want to get away with some stuff if you're the Warriors, especially with how foul-prone they are, and they're not going to get any slack tonight over the next 1 minute, 32 seconds, down 23-11 on the Ryan Qualls Farm Bureau score report. Make it 24.
You know, Doc, is to have a little upsider here. I wish our camera people could hear us, but I'd love to give a shout-out to Chase Lewis's outfit right here. Do you see him right now on the way to the end of the right of the student section? He is wearing 4 different shades of gray.
I see him.
That is impressive.
That's tough to do. Dedication. Alexander, three-pointer. That's good. I could tell as soon as he left his hand that one's good. Mitchell burning timeouts like he's got a hole in his pocket. 27-11 is the Ryan Qualls Farm Bureau score report. And talking about the Farm Bureau score report, White County Farm Bureau was recently voted best of the best for both best insurance company and best customer service representative. They're here whenever you need them the most. Stop by and get a quote today at 141 Churchill Drive. Give them a call, 931-836-3171. Go Warriors. Thank you, Mrs. Roberts. Appreciate the kind words. 1:26 to go. And good job there by the cheerleaders, both sides.
Not bad. I've seen better.
I've seen better. I've seen worse. As over the next 1 minute and 26 seconds, we're sitting at 8:01. So we'll see who is closer here. Price is Right rules. We can't go over.
Very fair. But even if I went over, it would be your score. So
yeah.
I don't really lose that much to that rule.
No. I mean, it was at your benefit. You go $1 over, go $1 down. Yikes. Foul on number 11, Miles Alexander. Is that 2 or 3 on him? We'll see here in just a second. I say that. Yep,
2.
Second. That's the second. And heading into the bonus is the Warriors. And I think the Warriors are just going to have to be aggressive. We've got Tyler Meadows down at the other end.
Perfect. I couldn't ask for a better player.
I mean, Towel boy extraordinaire. He's getting a rousing ovation by the bench.
The kid's got heart. I mean, you can't say anything else.
That's grit right there.
I can't imagine that kid on a basketball team, Docus. That work ethic.
It's transformative. Cole Sims, second free throw, up and good. That cuts it to 14 with 1:12 to go here. It's 8:03, getting interesting right now. Getting it over, dumped down. Lewis gets the ball. Lucky they didn't get him with the travel. Sims over to Dickerson. Good pump fake. Sims driving in, spin move. Gets it out to Lewis. Gathers, shoots. Good, True North three-pointer. The Sam Roberts special. Showing Lewis a great shooting form that he can take with him. Playing some good defense there is Lewis. Good job from Johnson to get it over. Shot up. Ooh, GT odd and in air ball if I've ever seen one. Sims. Got to be careful. Number 4, Laura, pretty tight there. And foul on, trying to think, let me look. Pelham. I couldn't come up with it. I knew it started with a P. Lewis to shoot 2, down 11. Warriors on a little bit of a roll right here to cut it back down. And just like that, 17-27 in favor of Cannon County on the Ryan Qualls Farm Bureau score report with 21 seconds to go here. Keon Lewis at the line, shooting 2. Second one, up and in. Free throw shooting is going to be a big part of tonight with the amount of fouls that they're going to call both ways. I think that the Warriors are going to have to be that's cross court. That is a huge mental mistake. Here comes a mass substitution there, bringing in 2 guys. And just a huge sea of maroon and white. Hard to tell what's really happening. But that was, of course, cross-court pass. Backcourt can't do that. Gift for the Warriors. Could cut it down from the 9-point disadvantage. Off. Going to stay Warriors ball with 6.7 seconds left to go.
Who's getting the ball here, Docus? Jordan Brown. All right.
I'm going to try and get it to him. Dickerson's going to have to get it up.
Tip.
Blocked. Pretty good summary of the first half as Ryan Qualls Farm Bureau score report at half. Cannon County Lions up 27-18 on White County Warriors. As I got a special treat for you now. We've got assistant baseball coach Darren Norris going to join us during halftime. Sam going to take a little break and stick around for it. And we are pleased to be joined by Coach Darren Norris. Coach Norris, your daughter got her first high school points. Tell me what that was like. I saw you talking to her after the game.
That was exciting. I just said, I'm glad you didn't walk or blow the layup. So
that's great advice. And you've got really different perspective on this. You've got twins, both freshmen, both have made high school debuts in basketball this week. What does it mean just to have twins this involved in sports?
Well, I'm a Warrior for life, so it is real exciting. It's an honor to have, for the number one, we're so thankful that they have the opportunity. There's so many good players out there, and all these teams are working hard. So it's real exciting to see them out there and putting in the work and learning all the stuff that sports teaches you.
Well, I'm sure that that's something that you've instilled with them young. We've got Mr. Class of 95, most athletic, Darren Norris, and I've got more here from my dad back when you guys played on Aqua Pool's T-ball team.
Okay.
Last year you were coached by my grandfather and Ben Sparkman.
Yeah.
There it is. Let's see if we can't get this on camera. That is Coach Norris back in the day with Kelly Jolly. I mean, that is athlete on athlete.
Listen,
right there.
No, that may have been just didn't have anybody else to vote for. But no, again, that was an honor too that my classmates voted me that. But I actually used that one time when I went to visit Kelly Jolly.
Really?
There. Yeah, I tried. It didn't. I don't know. It gave me a little VIP backstage in the locker room, but no, that's about all that's been good for so far. But okay, so T-ball.
T-ball. You played with my dad.
Yeah.
Just walk us through all the sports that you played growing up. I mean, you were a big part of White County athletics for a long time.
Well, T-ball, basketball. My parents didn't let me play Pee Wee football because they was afraid I was going to get hurt. So I did not play Pee Wee football. That's some good times that I missed out on. But I ended up playing in high school too. So, man, sports has been a big part of my life. It still is. Really enjoy coaching these young athletes and seeing them grow and just learn, like I said, all of the things that go on, the work ethic and the things that sports teaches you is amazing.
As you are a high school baseball assistant this year, what's it like? I mean, there's a huge transition period. What was your philosophy for handling the changing of hands between Thompson and Hensley?
Well, Coach Hensley and I've coached. Of course, I've known him for a long time, but we coached together 3 years at the middle school, so we know each other well. Our coaching styles may be a little different, but I think they complement each other well. And the passion that he has for the game, along with my passion, is second to none, and it really motivates. We motivate each other and motivate those players. But the biggest transition, obviously Coach Hensley and Coach Thompson, their styles are
night and day.
Night and day. You've already seen that. So, and I'm glad you brought that up. The culture at the high school level I feel like has changed. Just seeing that from the short time I was there till now. So that's really good to see. And baseball is it still is a big part of my life, but it was my love there for a while, and it's good to see that culture changing and these athletes coming out.
And you're talking about coaching at the middle school level, coaching these guys. I know my freshman year, Raji Haston went up with us, and I love Raji Haston, one of my favorite people in this world. So I was so glad for that. What do you think it means for you to already have a repertoire with these guys and kind of know their playing styles and know what they bring to the table?
Well, I don't know if you remember, but I was able to assist a little bit, but that was the COVID year when you played.
Yeah, I'm trying to think that there was something you did. You broke somebody's nose that year.
Okay. Yeah, so Eli Smith,
Yep,
I broke his nose twice in fungo. Appreciate you bringing that up. He has just came back from football.
He was looking over his shoulder to make sure you didn't come to practice today.
I have been instructed not to hit him fungo, at least for a little while, till he gets the feel of the ground out there. So, no broken bones, noses yet. So
that's perfect.
That's good.
That's
I got a new fungo
for.
bat, so maybe that's what it was. I don't know. But,
and it's sweet. I got to hold it today. I know that they were chomping at the bit because you wouldn't be there.
Oh, someone touched my fungo bat. Okay.
I'm not going to name any names.
Let me text Coach Hensley right now.
I'm not going to say a name, but it rhymes with myth.
Okay. Well, he's allowed to. I told him he can kind of keep her company while I'm gone.
While you're gone.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about all the sports you played. This is a huge debate to me. What do you think you could do at the professional level? Do you think that you could get a first down in the NFL? Do you think that you could score a basket in the NBA or get a hit off an MLB pitcher?
I'm going to definitely say get a hit. That's what
really?
I'm going to say. Yeah. I can, because that could be anything. It could be a bunt. That could be a C&I single. That could be a little blooper. You're late, blooper over first baseman's head. So definitely not going to get a first down. Maybe I can hide behind the lineman.
And
possibly,
just a really long Philly, Philly special or push. Yeah. Brotherly shove.
Yeah. Maybe. So what about you?
Me? Man. Right now, probably nothing. But
okay.
Back in the prime. I'd put myself up against a major league pitcher. I'm sure that one time out of 100, I'd get lucky.
You can close your eyes. You got 3 tries.
At the very least, do the T-ball thing and put my bat in the strike zone. Maybe it hits it. Who knows?
Yeah.
But speaking of MLB, I'm gonna go out on a limb. You're a Braves fan?
Ooh, no.
No.
I want to be.
You want to
I
be?
do
Okay,
be,
this is interesting. We've not had this talk. I know Coach Hensley likes the Reds. Where does your allegiance lie?
Red Sox. I'm a Red
really?
Sox fan. Yeah. My father-in-law was a Yankees fan, so you can imagine. That was difficult.
I'm sure.
But
I'm sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I was a Red Sox fan back when they were, the
you were
beat up on them a lot.
So you were a fan when Buckner missed the grounder?
No, I wouldn't say that. Yeah, I would say 90s.
Okay,
90s.
so you got the tail end of Boston travesty. Got it.
In the 80s, I was a Braves fan. I liked Dale Murphy and Glenn
Dale
Hubbard.
Murphy should be in the Hall of Fame, but just neither here nor there.
Yeah. So, I want to be a Braves fan, though. I mean, they're closer.
Yeah. I mean, have you been to Fenway?
I have. 40th birthday, my wife bought.
Awesome.
We got tickets, and I got my name. She put my name up on the big screen, so she spoils me.
Yeah. Well, I know that we went on a trip to Boston my 6th grade year and took a tour of Fenway, and we got up on the Green Monster, and it started to snow.
Oh, wow.
Which was just really cool, and it was probably the only good thing that happened that Boston trip.
And it was probably in May. No.
January.
Okay, all right.
Because it was just a tour. Like, nobody was there. We were there in the middle of an ice storm and a government shutdown.
Oh, wow.
And we were trapped in Boston for 2 extra days. But we did get to watch New England Patriots beat the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game in a Boston sports bar, which is probably the coolest thing to ever happen.
Probably never forget that.
No, I've never forgot those words or –
They're different.
They're out there.
They're different, yeah.
Well, big week for baseball, big week for families, Thanksgiving, but baseball specifically this Thursday, the Turkey Trot. Do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Turkey Trot, Thanksgiving morning. So we would love everyone that runs, walks, crawls to come out and enjoy that with us. Help support our team. It'll be a lot of fun. I would like to also thank our platinum sponsors. If I could do that real quick. Big supporters of our team, Altium Healthcare, Farmer Surplus, Hunter Funeral Home. There you go. Jason Lewis Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Shoe Sensation, Thomas Heating and Cooling, and John T. Hall Construction. Really appreciate their support, and it's going to be a big day. And not to mention, Prez, 102 total sponsors from our community. So the
That's just
community's
great.
really getting
Get
behind us,
behind
and
it.
we appreciate that.
How many
really do.
runners do we have signed up?
I think low 30s right now. So
That's a lot more than
that's a lot
last
of
year
runners.
because they scheduled the same day as the pickleball tournament.
yeah, that's unfortunate.
They had about 300 people in the front of the school while we were in the back of the school with about 9 runners.
Well, it's on Thanksgiving morning this year, so we're thinking people are thinking about what they're about to eat.
Just get it out of the way first instead of later.
Let's get our exercise first, work up an appetite, it'll be perfect.
We'll get you out of here on this. What do you think your 5K time would be if you ran?
5K time. I'm going to go 48. 48.
Okay. Sounds
All right,
good.
question for you. Flip the script, Prez. Are you a turkey or ham?
Turkey.
Okay.
Don't even.
Turkey. Okay.
Huge turkey
So
guy.
I'm both.
Really?
So, yeah, I got to
I'm a
have both. Okay. All right.
Big turkey. Well, thank you,
Hey,
Coach Norris, for
good
joining
game.
us.
Go Warriors.
Absolutely. Let's hope that there's not another alley-oop that Roberts misses. Nope, just a turnover. I'm sure you could just imagine the other ones we've had.
Dacus, as I was walking up the stairs, I got told by an opposing team cheerleader, hey, watch out. I want you to know that I was completely turned sideways going up the railing. So she had to shoulder check me.
Yeah.
That was not my fault. For anybody that saw that.
Three-pointer good for Pelham as another wrinkle to the could you get a hit off an MLB pitcher? We were talking about it. Tim Craig just texted me and said, Ethan Roberts, walk on Sims. Yeah, I could take Ethan Roberts any day. I've already gotten a hit off of him. Here comes another timeout. One day during baseball practice, my freshman year, Raji Haston got him come out, and we had a scrimmage against each other, and he pitched on the opposing team, and I got a bloop hit off of him.
Wow.
I mean, he's throwing about 75%, but I did get a hit off of him. You know, he's lopping it up there by his standards. I couldn't have thrown it any harder than that out of a airplane, but he didn't blow it by me. His curveball was filthy, though. And you know what else is filthy? Having to call 1-800 to get a hold of somebody, or having questions you can't have answered. Call Farm Bureau Insurance today at 931-836-3171 for any insurance question, and they'll answer it. So they strive to make every insurance transaction a pleasant one. Someone on their staff is in their local office at all times. Thank you to Farm Bureau. Antonio Johnson getting it over, gets it back, sends it to the corner to Pelham. Alexander gets it back to Johnson, wide open three. Rims out. Sims, pass ahead to Davis. Davis gets it back over to Sims at the top of the key. Looking, directing, trying to find something. Lewis gets it to Davis, over to Dickerson, 3-ball, in and out.
Oh.
No. What did they call? Offensive foul?
Yeah.
On who, Nate? Not. Basket is good. Okay, good. That
Nate.
is on Nate. His second offensive foul. Second game in a row he's had 2. As, man, if I was Davis, I would be fuming if they negated my 2 points. Alexander crossover the court. Getting it back over here to Phillips. That's wide open. That's going to go in 80% of the time. And that's what Coach Mitchell's saying on the sidelines. You can't give up that kind of shot in high school basketball just hoping they're going to miss.
Cannon is tearing apart this 1-3-1 we're running right now, Doc. They've got this cross-court pass down.
True North three-pointer down and good by Dickerson. You're right, Roberts. They know what to expect. What would you try and switch to?
Maybe a more perimeter-based defense. You know, like a 3-2, just kind of see if they kind of switch interior ball or see if they only stick to threes. You know, I mean, you got to try something right here. I'd love to see a little 3-2, or maybe if you're feeling confident enough with your own defenders, go to a man-on-man.
Man coverage is just so hard to get right in high school. Push, good call there. Foul on Lucas Phillips, number 23, his third. I agree. I feel like that a man would work against this team, though. They're not incredibly fast. They don't do a whole lot of cutting action.
It's shots. It's shot, shot, shot.
Absolutely. And man can erase a lot of shots. It can give up a lot, too. But I don't think that their style of offense really meshes with that either. Oh, Davis is down, getting back up, but a tough fall to the ground. Here comes Tyler Meadows. What are we doing? Was Trip Pinion going to have to get up and wipe that off? Did you see him? He stood up. He had to go get him. Come on, Tyler. As it is slick, slick, slick out there.
Careful, Tyler. Don't hurt your back.
Yeah, easy, easy. We need you for the yearbook.
Yeah. Hey, we finished all of our spreads.
Did you? Got the football spread done?
Yeah, I say we. We is in a whole group. A whole group of people.
Takes a village.
It does.
I know that it's like pulling teeth to get those things done. I did it last year. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of fun when it comes out, though.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes Sims probing. Man, he had that left lane to take. Somebody cut to the basket. Sims, great pass to Lewis. True North three-pointer, courtesy of Sam Robb once more. Shooting form, looking on point.
I've noticed when Keon kind of gets a little bit more elevation on a shot, it kind of
He's actually jumping on a jump shot now. Alexander getting it over to Phillips. Trying to probe. Tough two-pointer. Could tell that was a White County basket there. Rimmed it out. Davis, three. No good. Tap pass. Rebound by Griffin. Just like that. The Warriors have cut it to 5. Thanks to the 3-ball, thanks to not fouling, and thanks to finishing around the rim. 3 things that they didn't do at all. And here comes a timeout. Gonna have to collect themselves. Good a time as any to tell you about Whitetail Properties. If you come across any problems trying to sell your property, well, lucky for you, Matt Elrod at Whitetail Properties Real Estate has your land sales solution. So call today at 931-808-6422. He'll give you the answer today. As Sam Robb, I know that we're both massive Star Wars fans. Big Star Wars fans. Cannon County, my freshman year of baseball, they had him all last 3 years. He's a shortstop. He's the biggest shortstop I've ever seen. He's probably 6'3", big guy, full beard. His name was Anakin.
Wow.
Anakin may be the coolest guy I've ever seen play baseball. We were not very good my freshman year. We won but one game. Preston Pionki was pitching. Bases loaded. We're down 6-0. After 5, if you're up 10 runs, it's a mercy rule. He hit a grand slam. The lights flickered. It was a walk-off slam, and they played the Imperial March, which was his walk-up song, over the loudspeakers as he went around the bases.
Wow.
He is maybe the coolest guy I've ever seen play the sport. Tough shot there from Phillips. Can't finish. Griffin getting the rebound. I was lucky enough to rob him of a line drive hit last year, but I think in his career against White County, he went 20 for 25 at the plate.
Wow.
Wish that could have went in. That's going to be an over the back on Sims. Double zero.
Yeah.
That's his third.
He's got to be careful for the rest of this quarter.
Yeah, 4:30 to go. No, excuse me, that's a 2. 4:20 to go here. Ryan Qualls Farm Bureau score report, 33-28 Cannon County. He's going to be a big part of facilitating that offense whenever we make a run at it to cut the lead. Davis, he's a stopper on defense, blows the layup. Mitchell, irate. Great use of the left hand to avoid Griffin. Great job getting rid of that. Griffin going to have to get rid of it himself.
I'm generally impressed by that.
How he got rid of that without traveling is honestly mind-boggling to me. Sims fighting around a screen there. Gets it to Dickerson.
Ooh.
Not a great shot, but it was a good move. He could have got that one to go. Pelham Rhythm three. You can't let him take a dribble. You can't let him step into that.
Yeah, you got to at least jump a little there, put a hand in the face, something.
And a bad pass. Luckily, that close to the sideline. Bad news for Dickerson was he was standing by Coach Mitchell when the ball went out of bounds, and Mitchell's in a yelling mood.
I would be too. You know, you're down 8, and it's a close ball game.
Yeah.
You need this win.
You need it, and, man, I thought White County was going to come back and hold off Chattanooga Christian. Moving screen against Lewis. How many is that on him? 3. My goodness. I'm afraid we're going to foul out just sitting here. But but that Chattanooga Christian game, what sunk them was a 7-0 run to start the fourth quarter. Warriors are going to have to be better in crunch time. It's not the fourth yet, but this is definitely crunch time. You got to get this lead trimmed. You can't go into the fourth quarter down 8. Tough shot there. You can't let them get offensive rebounds either, or
let somebody that size score in the paint like that. You got to be able to get up.
That's a Bugs Bunny layup. Nope. Hey, get out of here, youngin. Media area.
Yeah, where's our
it's on the other side, I think. Pelham over to Walk. Alexander walking. You can tell how frustrated he is with it. And to be clear, the referees are calling walks that are walks.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's like using the word "ain't" in English class. It's part of the vernacular. It's part of the game so much at this point that this stuff is so second nature. You don't even realize you do it. Why'd you not go with the left? Glad Lewis was there to flush. I don't know why he would try a reverse on that. Just little things like that. If Lewis wasn't there and they come down and scored, you're down 10 points. Now it's 12. Good steal from Lewis. He's got it ahead of him. Oh!
They caught it on the floor anyways, but
man,
still that was
disappointing.
Maybe the rule's different than I thought it was, but is it in motion or do they have to be? Is like if they get fouled on their first step when they pick up the ball, is that?
No, I don't. I think that's on the ground. But I think that if you're going upward, or if you're on your second step and you're going to the apex, like I thought Lewis might have been. I mean, again, subjective call. Rimmed out. Man, Lucas got hit more. He's just hit, I think, the one. Another cold shooting night from him. Whoa. Alexander. Let's hope he gets on the bus after the game, because you can tell that he is just tired of having the basketball in his hands and traveling. Sims getting Tucker, deep 3. It's good. True North three-pointer. Tucker Pinion. That is the shot they need to win this game.
100%, Dykes. And if he can continue to drain them and maybe get somebody else hot too.
Deep 3 from Alexander. My goodness, that's an answer. Don't need to dribble if you can hit it from there. Foul call on Pelham. Eli Pelham gets his second foul call. Lucky there. I thought they were going to get a breakaway steal and add on to this 41-33 lead on the Ryan Qualls Farm Bureau score report. Sims dribbling here at the top of the key. Whew. Lucky that one found its way to a Warrior. Tucker getting it out. Sims, deep 3. Tried to bank it in. Couldn't. Jordan Brown's going to have to get back on defense. Laura 3. GT on in. Air ball. Really?
Well,
going to be Cannon County ball.
It did go out on Jordan. I'm not arguing that.
No,
fact.
that happened. That is something that happened. Griffin with the rebound. Going to dribble out of it. You don't want to put that ball in the corner with the way that they've been trapping. But 8-point deficit, they've got to cut into it. I'm telling you, 8 points in one quarter, the way that our offense is playing and the way their defense is playing, it's not going to happen. They're going to have to cut this one. I don't even like 6 points. but they're 8 points is just, it's too much to overcome, I think. Sims over to Brown, deep three. No, you can't give up a score right here. That's goaltending. Very lucky they didn't call goaltending.
Wow.
And Jordan Brown has rolled his ankle, it seems. Brent Ryan, the athletic trainer, go check on him. Right now, the Ryan Qualls Farm Bureau score report, 41-33, Cannon County Lions over the Warriors. As we hope Jordan Brown is okay. Obviously, it looked worse than maybe it is. Lex Winfrey's taking his warm-up off.
Oh.
Everybody's going to breathe a sigh of relief as he gets up.
No way. I am excited for this.
Man, my dad, I was listing off the football players who aren't here to play basketball. I said Lex Winfrey, and he snapped his head at me really quickly, and he said, Lex Winfrey, like the really big guy that plays football? I said, the one and the same. He's like, he plays basketball? I was like, he does. He's like, how would anyone ever back him down in the paint?
You can't.
You can't. My goodness, he is huge. And I saw him hit a three-pointer in warm-ups. If somebody that broad could hit a three-pointer consistently, it'd be a whole different ball game. I mean, like, look at his arm, Sam.
No, dude. He don't even look
He
like
doesn't
he
look
fits
like,
on the bench.
no. He needs his own chair.
That's incredible.
Lex a funny guy. I've talked to him 2 or 3 times. Kind of caveman, just very short sentences, just kind of one-word answers, kind of grunts. It's just funny. I enjoy talking to him. Great move here. They're going to call that every time. That's a trip to the line for Alexander.
But that's just so – it's like you either foul or you just give him a layup.
Give him a layup.
It's so –
I think that – I don't know.
The only thing you could really do there, you'd have to have amazing timing and just
try and block
bait
it.
him into the charge. I mean, that's the only thing you could do whenever he's bumping into you like that. I mean,
or who knows?
Or be more athletic. If Nate's there, then
Yeah.
maybe you can block that shot without it being a foul. But this is incredibly hard to block.
I think at this point you just hope they call it travel.
Yeah.
Alexander 2 for 2 from the line. Going to grow it out to 10 points. Lewis over to Tucker, going the wrong way. Dangerous pass. Gets it to Nate, gets it to Tucker. 3-ball, up. No good. Rebounded by Lewis. Going to get it to Sims. I think that they got to have a quicker trigger finger whenever that they're got a screen and a 3 to shoot. Also think that they're going to have to cut towards the basket. He had it right there. Tucker sees it. Man, that's a great block from Jones. I think
And once
you got to put a body on him. You got to lean into it with that shoulder. Maybe get the offensive foul.
Or when you see him, you got to get the shot up earlier. You
Yeah.
know, when you're going to get somebody of that size, you almost got to float it, and the ball has to hit the backboard on its way down. It's such an incredibly hard shot, but it's very doable.
And the way that they're pulling him out, I think a backdoor cut is just what they're looking for, don't you?
I hope. I mean, it's right there.
They've had it, I feel like, every trip down there. They just don't cut to the basket.
Right.
I know that they got shot blockers down there, but the shot blockers at the wing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm a very heavy paint guy. That's where I score my points. I feel like I'm a little biased. Good inbounds play. Take that shot. Davis getting it in. 2 free throws for Nate Griffin. And quickly going to tell you that Farm Bureau Insurance has been building a reputation of trust for over 80 years. Ready to help you protect the things that are important. See Ryan Qualls, Justin Coe, Cade Crosley, and Daniel Bray at 141 Churchill Drive. From the ball court to the fence post, Farm Bureau has been covering the Upper Cumberland since 1948. They want to let you know they want the Warriors to go. Missed the back end there. Cut it to 9. Dribbling it down here. Gets it over to Pelham. Jones going around a screen. Gets it to Alexander. Deep three. Unfair. I'm not sure what she's saying. I don't get it. But he's got 10 something or another. And you can just tell that the just kind of shoulders are slumped on this team. That was tipped. They've got somebody down there. Fight for the ball. Davis gonna go right to it. 2 points. Cuts it to 10. The lead cannot grow from here. You can't let it. You just can't. 10 points with 5:56 to go. I think that's pushing on the limit of what you can come back from. I think this is a must-score possession right here to make up some ground. Lewis, Davis, Pinion, Sims going double clutch. You can't take that shot. Walk. Is it Slick again? Tyler Meadows, get another towel, buddy.
So what's the call?
Official timeout. I guess it would be Cannon County ball.
But
I guess it's ours. I'm so confused.
I hope, because, I mean,
They're saying it's Cannon County ball. It looked like a travel to me.
That cannot happen. Even if he slips on Sweat and he walks, you can't blame the floor.
I mean,
it's part of the game.
It's a tackle if the turf
if you slip
tackles
on the,
it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. They're talking it over. Coach Mitchell is giving his interpretation. Giving it to Cannon County. Mitchell might want to put on a jersey. He's so far out on the court right now arguing that one. And when you're looking for a break, down 10 points right now with 5.5 to go, that's not what you're looking for. Call going the other way. Whew. Dribbling Alexander, driving against Nate Griffin. Wild goes for the block, can't get it. Looked like a turnstile there, just couldn't get it. Davis gets it to Tucker, gets it to Dickerson. True North three-pointer, good answer. Because if you're gonna cut your teeth on three-point shooting, Lucas, that's the one you've got to hit. I mean, he was so open. Alexander from the Warrior head, dribbling, scooting back to the volleyball line. Coach demonstrating from the sidelines. Walk. Alexander, he's probably run a 5K with the amount of walks he's taken tonight. I mean, there you go. Nate Griffin over to Lewis. Why do you give it to your big in the middle of the court with two guys? They're going to call that one, yep. 2 shots there. That's 3 on Nate with 4.5 minutes to go. And now if you get into a fouling frenzy late to try and come close, Nate can't be the one to do it. Because we saw what happened when he went out last week. His team needs Nate Griffin. Free throw is good, and Mitchell going to sit him while he can. You think he's got to be back out there for the final 3 minutes at the least.
100%. I mean, he is such a crucial player down low, just for rebounds, putbacks, and on defense.
Anything. Timeout, Cannon County, and we'll take this time to let you know that if you're thinking about selling your farm, the land selling process has made you reconsider. There is no reason to turn tail and run. Instead, you should turn towards Whitetail Properties Real Estate to help guide your entire land selling process by calling Matt Elrod at 931-808-6422 today. 931-808-6422 today. 4:26 to go, down 11 points, 50-39 officially with 4:26 to go on the Ryan Qualls Farm Bureau score report. Sam Roberts, tell me, if you were Coach Mitchell right now, what are you telling these boys?
pressure, get in their face. You can't give up another three. This team has struggled kind of inside the second quarter. You got to be up in their face, and whenever you're coming down on offense, you got to get an open shot. You can't just be like, we're down big, I need to shoot a contested one right here. I'd rather waste an extra 5 seconds and get an open three-pointer than to have the chance of making a contested
And
one.
to add to that, you don't have to be wide open. They're just, like, from me to Lucas Dickerson is not a wide open shot. That's unreasonable.
Right.
But at some point, you got to understand what's contested and what's not. Right now, Lucas should shoot that shot. If there was a defender right there, that's a shot you take. Davis, 3. No. Lewis bringing it out. He's had the hot hand tonight. Sims, that could possibly be a shot to take right there. Going to drive in because you get no points for turnovers. Davis, gosh, what an effort. Drug in underneath the rug.
He is so quick, Dawkins.
He is. He is tenacious.
Almost makes you wonder what if he got here earlier and played football.
Yeah, he looks like he'd be a good receiver.
Oh, yeah. Speed, strong, sturdy.
Yeah. Going to get it into Phillips. Can't let that happen. And that's what happens when you cut to the basket, Sam, especially with your big occupied. Right there is a perfect example if he would have hit the layup. Man, Hamby, that's I think you got to stick a fork in the Warriors down 16 now. The fact that they could just walk into contested threes and hit them, and we can't get the ball to an open three-point shooter. Just too much disparity. There's not enough ball movement there. Foul. Obviously a very disconjointed effort here tonight from the Warriors. Just, they obviously aren't playing as a team yet, and it's early. Don't get me wrong, it's early, and there's a lot of key pieces not out there. But at some point, even without chemistry, you got to understand basketball. You got to have basketball IQ. You got to understand what's a good shot. You got to understand how to set up a good shot. And I think, that finesse within the game is something they're missing. Turnover. Passing out to Alexander. 3, Hamby. Foul on Davis. And Cannon County, I'm not sure if they run a press very often or if they just took it from Coach Dodgen. 4th foul on Davis. But this press is giving the Warriors fits. You can tell that they haven't played a lot together and they don't know how to break it. Lucas Phillips, man. Here comes Sims. Open 3, Lewis. 2-pointer. Man. If I'm Landon Dickerson right now, I'm going to say that his toe is not on the line. Let's get that name out there. Good to see Jordan Brown back on the bench. They're going to have to go quick, down 16. Great block. Hamby has got to have, 14 blocks. Probably not, but that's what it feels like. Foul on Sims. That's number 4.
It's getting up there, Dawkins.
You only get 5, and he's knocking on door. Yep, that's number 4. Here comes Mr. Pelham, Eli Pelham at the line. He's a good lefty shooter. Reminds me a lot of Joe Ingles. You like that reference?
Yeah.
Former Utah Jazz, playing with the Timberwolves this year. He's on the Magic last year. Kind of a journeyman, the Australian, yeah.
This team is full of Dikembe Mutombos, too.
Oh, my gosh. Number 22 might not look like him or have the same name, but he's been a mountain we haven't been able to climb. And it's just travesty that Mutombo's not around anymore. I know that was a long time ago, but I really liked Mutombo. Like, the finger wag is such an iconic celebration. So simple, but
him and Jerry West are just so
a bad
sad to
year.
Me. That was all tragic.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you lose the logo Three-pointer, no good. Like, I'm not sure who we had posed for that Warrior head, but whoever would have died, like that just would have been sad. As I love the NBA logo. It's simple, but kind of cool as it is.
Do you ever think they'll change it?
They were wanting to change it to Kobe, and I don't like that because, as my dad said, what happens when MJ dies?
Right.
I mean, it's just going to pass through. So, yeah, I like it. It's the same logo you grew up with.
Right.
I think that there's something said about that. Hamby 3. Gosh, I'm glad he didn't hit it.
I think if they don't change it within the next 50 years, I don't think they'll ever change it for the rest of history. Like, it'd have to be something recent.
Yeah, I don't think that there's any player or any signature thing that will happen in the future. I mean, maybe LeBron James when he's out, but I don't know what it would be. I don't know what LeBron's pose would be. Like Jordan, you'd have the jump man, or you'd have him fading away, or
that'd be very cool.
I'd love the fade away Jordan. I just love Michael Jordan.
Who don't?
I mean, honestly,
besides the
LeBron fans,
which they're obviously wrong.
Wrong. I mean, these are the kind of people that you just don't want to hear from. No good. Miles missing that one. Sorry, we're not on a first name basis, Mr. Alexander. All I can remember, Lewis 3. No good. Off the backboard, Roberts. Off the backboard.
Wow.
Do you have something to add, Coach D? Is there something you want to tell the people at home? Oh, can we get the floor check there? That didn't even look like a pass, and it found its way to Phillips. I don't know whose glasses those are.
They're not real.
Yeah, they look like blue lights when I put them on. Dump down, Nate Griffin's stat padding there. Here comes Antonio Jones. Gonna dump down to Pelham off of Nate Griffin's foot.
Not today, Doc. It's Watt County ball.
Oh. Forgive me. And, you know, it just takes one call to go your way to erase an 18-point deficit with 40 seconds.
Hey, there's still a chance, Docus. You never know.
Like Jim Carrey once said, so you're saying there's a chance? Hey, here's a foul call on Hamby. Hey, if he gets one more, he's done for, Roberts. 33 seconds with no Hamby. Opens up the paint.
A few quarters later.
Lewis at the line. He's got a pretty long free throw ritual. Gets the first one to go. Waiting the second one. 61-44, the Ryan Qualls Farm Bureau score report. Lewis. Dribble, spin, bend, up, shot. Home roll.
I've never been a fan of long rituals, Docus.
What's yours?
They hand it to me. I dribble, look down, look up, shoot it. Perfect. I don't waste no time. I just feel like that's just going to get in my own head.
I am 2 dribbles, pick up, dribble, shoot.
Wow. Yeah, I've always they pass it to me. I do a quick dribble straight into the shot.
I don't even know why we do that. I don't even get it. But every basketball player ever has done it. It's just one of those things. 3 seconds left here. Cannon County going to escape with a 61-45 win. Your final Ryan Qualls Farm Bureau score report says 61-45 in favor of the Cannon County Lions. Not the best effort from the Warriors, but maybe they'll get them tomorrow, Roberts. I know that we will be traveling to McMinnville tomorrow, heading south to Warren County, where we take on the Lady Pioneers at 6 and the Pioneers right after. Not the best game ever if you're a Warriors fan, but did you see anything that made you hopeful for the future?
We're starting to get some players back. That's a big part.
It's the best ability is availability. Joel Embiid. Take notes.
100%.
Is there any last imparting wisdom you want to lay before we head out tonight, Roberts?
Tune in tomorrow, please.
Couldn't have said it any better myself. We will be on the Sparta Live YouTube page, maybe even Facebook if we're off the ban. But thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'll be back in action tomorrow. Cheer on Lady or the Warriorettes and the Warriors tomorrow. Till then, I'm Sam Dykes.
Sam Roberts.
We're signing off. Thank you so much.